Good evening, everyone. Live from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, Central Lyon George Little Rock football is on the air tonight. It is a District 1 Class 2A matchup for the Lions as the rival Sioux Center Warriors come to town. Sioux Center making the trip up 75 to Dick Null Field here in Rock Rapids to tangle with the Lions. A pair of teams that are 2-1 in District 1 play, 3-4 overall on the season. The two teams mimic each other record-wise here. And Joel Viss, we bring in into our coverage tonight. Joel, this is a big game as far as the district standings go, and a good hold on that district runner-up position for the winner of this one here tonight.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And, over the past couple of years with Sioux Center, we've had some just fantastic battles with these guys and have, really physical, been able to get after each other, had some great games. There's always been playoff implications on the line, and it's just built into a really good rivalry against these guys, and it's been a lot of fun over the last couple of years. But like I said, Jay, tonight just as big here again as we're both 2-1 with just one more week to go after this. This is big. Whoever wins this one, you got a great chance because if the Lions can get this win over Sioux Center, then if they can win next week at Sheldon, they are going to guarantee themselves the runner-up spot here in the district. And obviously Sioux Center would like to get the win here because they have a very tough matchup. They've got Boyden Hall Rock Valley coming their way next week. So they definitely feel like they need to get this win before they get ready for next week.
Well, Joe, you talk about all the great matchups these teams have had the last few years, and while the games have been excellent and most of the time down to the wire, one common factor is Sioux Center has come out on top each and every time the last few years, and I know that's sticking in the craw of the Lions and their coaches. They want to get back on top against these Warriors.
Yeah, as of right now, they've kind of had the niche against us lately. They've been able to get those runs there. They had some really solid teams. We were able to win a couple here and there, but definitely they have definitely had more wins than we have over the last few years and the last couple of times we've got to meet each other. And definitely we need to reverse that trend. It's one of those things where if a team starts to get your number, it doesn't matter how good you are. If they've got your number, that's one of those things you got to reverse and try and knock them off.
And what we'll see here tonight, no mystery, it's going to be classic Smash Mouth District 1 football. The hitting's going to be hot and heavy out there on the field from the get-go tonight.
Yeah, there's lots of good size out there. You're going to play some power football out there. And with the weather conditions, it's obviously pretty cold out there. And we've had some rain throughout the week, and then we had some snow that kind of acted like rain this morning. And really made this field, that's going to be interesting. It looks okay right now, but I think after we start playing on it, you might see the middle of that field get tore up pretty bad, and it's going to be interesting if that is wet out there, if there's footing issues out there, and you're going to see this turn into a complete smash-mouth game, and who can win between the tackles.
Well, both teams coming off of shutout wins last Friday night. Sioux Center with a 7-0 win over MOC Floyd Valley. The Lions with a 51-0 win over Okoboji. However, that 51-0 score really not indicative of that Lions trip to Okoboji, a game in which the Lions struggled in the first half. They were only up 7-0 at the half of that game.
Yeah, and then they talk about that a little bit. They struggled to get off the bus. It was a long road trip over there. It was cold last Friday, and it was just one of those things where I think it took them. They were not expecting anything out of Okoboji. They wanted to go out there and execute, and they just weren't very sharp, not very crisp in that first half. Defensively, we played outstanding. We only gave up 27 total yards to Okoboji on the night, so the defense was just amazing. But it took a half for the Lions to get their offensive niche going. Once they did, it was all Lions in that second half. But against a team like Sioux Center, you can't have a half where you don't come ready to play.
No, this is going to be 4 quarters and then some for the Lions here tonight if they want to come out on top. Taking a look at the District 1 standings, Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center. The lone teams with one loss in district play, both teams at 2-1 in district play. Boyden Hall Rock Valley, a perfect 3-0 in district play. They are on top. MOC Floyd Valley and Sheldon at 1-2 in the district, and Okoboji still looking for that first win in district play this year at 0-3. On the District 1 schedule for tonight, Boyden Hall Rock Valley, they look to remain perfect. They will host MOC Floyd Valley. Okoboji looking for that first district win. They will host Sheldon, the Lions opponent coming up next week in the regular season finale. And, of course, the Lions here hosting Sioux Center. So a good District 1 schedule around the area here tonight. Of course, a lot of excitement here. The regular season home finale for the Lions. That means a match mass band show coming up at halftime, and you know you're going to get a larger crowd than usual for that.
You bet. You're going to have lots of people in the stands, which is probably a good thing. As cold as it is, Jay, we might have some spectators here tonight on our YouTube channel, so we thank everybody who did tune into us here tonight, but should expect a big crowd for the Lions before that mass band show. A lot of fun when both the schools from Central Lyon and George Little Rock get together, and you get that many kids out there playing some band, and they can put out a pretty good sound.
Yeah, it is a whole lot of fun, that mass band show. You certainly do not want to miss it. And a reminder, folks, we'll try to get as much of that mass band performance in as we can live at the half here tonight. However, the entire mass band performance will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. If you want to watch it in its entirety, we will upload that later on, possibly this weekend or early next week. So the entire mass band performance, you can catch that in its entirety, replayed as it's uploaded on the YouTube channel in the near future. Reminder, no school for Central Lyon coming up on Monday, Teacher in Service Day, so no school for Central Lyon. And as we look at the fall sports schedule, volleyball tournaments getting underway this coming week, Joel.
Yeah, both these schools, Central Lyon and George Little Rock, wrapped up the regular season this week and able to get things going in their direction. Now it's time to set your sights on district play. And George Little Rock, they start things off. They're going to play in that first round game. That comes up next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. George Little Rock will play Harris Lake Park in Lake Park. And Harris Lake Park, very tough out there. That's a tough draw for the Mustangs over there in volleyball. For the Lady Lions, they will go home, or they will stay at home, I should say, and they will play in the second round. They will play Monday, October 22 at 7 o'clock in Rock Rapids, and they play the winner of Boyden Hall and Rock Valley. The Lady Lions finished runner-up in the Siouxland Conference this year, earned themselves a bye through the first round, and they get set up for tournament play as well.
And boy, getting that bye, you might have some twisted ankles, some nicks and bruises here and there. A great chance for the gals to rest. They get a full week and then some off before that first postseason match.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have somebody by the name of Farrah Lewis out there. She's one of our big outside hitters, and she had to rest a little bit. She missed a couple games here in the past week or so with a back injury, and it'll be nice to we've been talking to Coach Shar, and Farrah will be back, and she'll be playing again for us, so it'll be good to have her back at health and be back at full strength heading into the tournament play.
George Little Rock Marching Band making their way into the stands to play with the Central Lyon Band here tonight. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great one both in the stands and on the field here tonight as the Lions play host to Sioux Center in District 1 play. Coming up on the pregame show, we'll throw a twist at you here. We're going to get together with Lions offensive coordinator Jeff Cruz. Jeff Cruz, the offensive coordinator for the Lions. He'll be joining us on the pregame show a little bit later on. Up next, it is the head coach of the Sioux Center Warriors, Tim Van Regenmorter, when we return from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, counting down to kick off Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center coming up right here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank is more than a bank. We're a community. Banking locally with Frontier Bank means that your money circulates within the community, funding small business lending and benefiting our local citizens, farmers, and neighborhoods. Frontier Bank is a community bank with leading-edge technology, including interactive teller machines and mobile deposits. Keep your deposits local and our community strong with Frontier Bank.
Hi, this is Russell Forrest. It's a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble Austin & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church making the memories that are priceless.
And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Sioux Center Warrior football with the head coach of the Warriors, Tim Van Regemorter. Coach, thanks for joining us here today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Coach, let's talk a little bit about your team here so far on the season. Kind of an up and down season where your team has played very well at times and at other times maybe a few letdowns on your side. Tell us a little bit about how your season's gone so far.
We just really haven't been super consistent this year, and had a bit of an injury bug hit us this year, as opposed to something we stayed away from in the past few years. So, yeah, the results have been a little inconsistent at times, and I think our kids have grown. I think we continue to get better as the year goes on, but like Central Lyon, incredibly tough preseason, beat us up pretty good, and to recover from that, it's been something, like you said, it's been up and down.
Well, and last week going up against MOC Floyd Valley here in District 1 play in what was an incredible battle that saw no offensive touchdowns, but your team managed to fight through that and get the break they needed to get that big fumble return for a touchdown.
Yeah, it was a fun game, and it's, of course, a rivalry game for us, and a big venue for both communities and for us to get the win. And, I really felt it was the first time I saw our kids play hard for 48 minutes, and in the current situation we're in, with our record being where it's at, you just kind of wonder if we're going to cash it in or not. And I saw our kids fight for 48 minutes, and that was good.
Well, let's set our sights on Central Lyon George Littlerock here tonight. You go on the road to Rock Rapids to face a team with a familiar record, as we talked about a little bit earlier. What do you expect to see from Coach Eben and his Lions?
Well, the physicality they show on the film, it's just something that I don't think we've seen yet thus far. And I just really am impressed with how Coach Eben's gotten his team to improve. We've managed to really follow them all year in film just because of our opponents being so similar. And you've just seen them get better and better as the years goes on. And so they do so many things well on offense, and really can run the ball effectively and keep that ball in their possession. And then from a defensive standpoint, as in past years with Central Lyon, it starts and stops with their linebackers and a really good middle linebacker for them, and their defensive line's been played really well for them as well.
And as you said, you've had a good chance to see a lot of different film on Central Lyon George Littlerock. What are some things that you see on film that maybe you guys can do to take advantage?
I think the biggest thing for us we need to worry about is just ball security. With our 3 wins this year, we've won the turnover margin, and that's something we need to continue to work hard on. And I think the big step for us will be just to work hard on winning the time of possession. That's something Central Lyon does very well, and something that if we don't do, that means they have the ball more than us. And yeah, for them, they execute and they play incredibly well inside the red zone on offense as well. So those are probably our big keys.
Well, and talking about turnover margins out there, going to be another awfully cold night out there, and that makes it sting a little bit harder when you get hit. But it should be dry out there. Do you think the weather might play a factor in anything tonight?
I think it'll be a nice night for football. It will be brisk, and ultimately, with both teams being in the same boat, we'll figure out what team wants to be there more. And on the field on Friday night, and you hope both kids on both sides of the field appreciate it, because opportunities don't come around that very often for kids in the setting, as those of us who are older know that. And it's just always been a really good game. Last year it was a good game. It came down to it. Central Lyon gave us everything we wanted and more, and this hopefully is no exception.
You talked a little bit earlier about the tough non-district game and how you took a lot of bumps and bruises and the injury bug kind of got to you. How are those kids doing throughout the season? Are they getting better? Are they ready to play in these final couple games? Or how are you looking injury-wise?
Injury-wise, we've had some kids that won't be back tonight for the game, and We've been in this spot for a lot of the year, and it's been fun to watch a lot of the underclassmen step up. And in many, many ways, we're an incredibly young team, as you'll see on paper. And, we just got to keep improving each and every week we go out to play.
Well, and that's definitely encouraging, seeing those young kids coming in, doing that next man in mentality, and definitely builds you some depth going into next year.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it's starting 3 juniors and a freshman on the offensive line is we're just getting to a point where those guys are starting to get some continuity and really start to improve and see improvement, and that's been fun to watch.
What do you see as some of the keys to taking a win out of Rock Rapids here tonight?
Well, I think I alluded to it already. It's ball security and taking the ball away from them, and then ultimately winning the time of possession. So for us defensively, it's getting stops. Central Line's incredibly good on first down and generally wins first down, so they're putting themselves in second and mediums or second and short. So we've got to win first down and take the ball away from them. And offensively, we just can't give them the ball away. And our losses, we've done that, unfortunately, and our wins, we've done a great job of keeping it away from our opponents. That's what we got to do.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending some time with us here today, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
Thanks, Joel.
That is the head coach of the Sioux Center Warriors, Tim Van Regenmorter. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
The husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
And we welcome you back to the pregame. It's time to talk Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions football with the offensive coordinator of the Lions, Jeff Cruz. Coach, thanks for filling in for us here today.
You bet, Joel. Thanks for having me.
Well, Jeff, let's talk about last week. As the offensive coordinator, you're the best guy to come to on this one. A long bus trip over to Okoboji, and we come away with a 51-0 win, but definitely in the first half, it looked like we struggled to get off the bus a little bit.
Yeah, we didn't come off the first half as sharp as we wanted to, offensively for sure. Defensively, those guys are stout. They didn't give up hardly any yards the whole game, especially in the first half. But offensively, we struggled. I think we had... we seemed to go for a little while, we'd get a little drive going, and we'd have a penalty or we'd have a negative play, and we just couldn't overcome that. I think we turned the ball over on downs twice, I think, in the first half. We didn't turn the ball over with a turnover, but failing on fourth down is basically a turnover. And all season we've been very, very efficient on fourth down. I mean, we're probably well above 50% for the season, but last Friday just didn't seem to go our way in the first half.
Well, obviously going into the half, had some things to say to the kids and correct some of those little small miscues that we were just missing on in the first half, and able to come out in the third quarter and put up some good numbers.
Yeah, we didn't have to make a whole lot of adjustments to our game plan. We went in, talked a little bit. We did change personnel. We went to 20 personnel, so we brought in an extra running back and took out a wide receiver. That personnel seemed to give them more problems. We put Tanner Vanentop in the H-back and let him do a lot of blocking for us and move Trey Murray to the tailback. Trey's got a little quicker first step. And it seemed to help. We ran a lot of inside zone, and that quick first step really got Trey through the hole. But at halftime, it was just more about more about telling our guys that they just got to do their jobs better. We didn't do a great job of blocking offensive line-wise in the first half. Our running backs didn't run the ball hard enough, didn't see the holes where they should be, and we just had to get after them a little bit, and we came back and they responded in that third quarter.
Well, nonetheless, come away with a nice victory on the road over Okoboji. Now we set our sights back here in Rock Rapids. They got a home game tonight and another tough battle against a familiar foe. And Sioux Center, anytime we meet these guys, it's always going to be fun.
Yeah, we play Sioux Center pretty much every year. We know a lot about them. We know that their 3-5 defense, they'll try and create havoc up front by bringing a bunch of different stunts with their linebackers. Offensively, they're going to show us a lot of different things. They'll shift a lot. They'll run some motion. Our guys just have to be a little disciplined with their eyes and make sure that they do their job tonight.
Well, and we know Sioux Center is going to bring that defense where they like to run that 3-5, 5-3 setup, and they like to bring linebackers from all different angles. As the offensive coordinator, when you see that kind of deal, what are some things that we're going to try offensively where we might be able to break open some big plays?
We're going to go with our base jet sweep play tonight will be our bread and butter. We run it a little bit differently than some of the other teams that they've seen, so hopefully we can get that going early in the game. They'll bring a lot of different types of pressure, so we practice versus all of them this week. They do bring, they don't bring 6-man pressure as often as some of the other 3-5 teams that we face, but they do bring some exotic blitzes where they'll do some crossing and they'll loop guys around. And our offensive linemen just have to be disciplined with their eyes tonight. They've got a gap to block and they can't chase people out of that gap. Our running backs need to make sure they help out in the passing game a little bit for blocking. And just make sure that we're the more disciplined team tonight.
Well, obviously, we've had some cold, rainy weather over the last week or so, and then today the cold really got into us, a little bit of snow flying in the air, and obviously that's going to make for some interesting field conditions out there. How might that affect what we get to do?
Yeah, it's been pretty sloppy here in Rock Rapids this last week or so. We didn't even get outside on Tuesday. We had to go inside, and then we stayed off the game field all week because of how wet it was. So tonight will be interesting now that it's snowing out. It's perfect. Really, it's perfect weather for Central Line George Little Rock. We don't run power I anymore, but we still have that power I mentality of we're just trying to stay ahead of the sticks. We're trying to get 3-4 yards at a clip, and this with probably not having the greatest footing conditions tonight. It'll be interesting to say the least. Hopefully the field stays in good shape, but not too hopeful on that. And hopefully we can be the better team when it comes to power football.
Well, we've dealt with some bumps and bruises, a few injuries throughout this long season, but our guys are starting to feel a little bit better, and it looks like we're getting a little bit more healthy as the weeks go on.
Yeah, we haven't had any serious injuries in the last couple of weeks. Some of the injuries we have had early from the season, those guys are back now. With at least with the starters, we don't really have anybody that's out. We do have some backups that are hurt. But hopefully, we only have 2 weeks left, hopefully those guys can get back at least for the last game of the year.
What do you see as some of the keys to picking up a win over the Warriors tonight?
Offensively, it's going to come down to ball control. We got to make sure that we take care of the ball. That's been kind of our Achilles heel all year. In the games that we do well in, we don't turn the ball over, or at least we win that turnover battle. In the games that we lose, we have tended to turn the ball over quite often. So we'll try and take care of the ball offensively. Defensively, it's just going to be to make sure that we know what our responsibilities are. Make sure that when they shift, we make sure we get the right alignment down, and then just do their job each and every play.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you filling in this week, and we wish you guys the best of luck tonight.
You bet. Thanks, Joel.
That is the offensive coordinator for the Central Line George Little Rock Lions, Jeff Cruz. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
Central Line Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Line, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Line has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Frontier Bank is more than a bank. We're a community. Banking locally with Frontier Bank means that your money circulates within the community, funding small business lending and benefiting our local citizens, farmers, and neighborhoods. Frontier Bank is a community bank with leading-edge technology, including interactive teller machines and mobile deposits. Keep your deposits local and our community strong with Frontier Bank.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Hi, this is Russell Forrest. It's a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble Austin & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church making the memories that are priceless.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I am Jay Kelly, getting set for a District 1 Class 2A showdown tonight. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center. Both teams coming in with 2-1 records in District 1 play, 3-4 overall on the season. So, Joel, certainly some jockeying for position in the District 1 standings. A firm hold on that district runner-up position heading into the final week for the winner of this one here tonight.
Well, yeah, and absolutely. For the Lions, if they want to be the district runner-up, you got to go out there and earn it, Jay. And the way you do it is you got to win. So you go out there, you take care of business. You don't worry about anything else out there. You worry about what you need to do. You go out there, you get a win tonight over Sioux Center. Then you go into Sheldon next week, take care of business. You get a win there. You're in all by yourself in that district runner-up spot, and that'd be a big feather in the cap for this senior squad. They've struggled a little bit over last year and then into this year. If they can finish off with a winning record and go over there and be a district runner-up here in District 1, there's no shame in that, and that's a pretty good season.
And when we talk about controlling what you can control, we should mention that both of these teams here tonight do have a shot yet at a possible playoff berth with the RPI computer system. It's a long shot for both the teams, but it is a shot. However, with so much involved with the computer rankings and how other games throughout the state play out, really all you can worry about is what you can control, and that's your game in front of you, and just hope that somehow everything else takes care of itself.
Yeah, there is that outlying shot at the playoffs out there, Jay, but none of that matters. All that computer rankings, all that stuff that's out there, it don't mean anything if you don't win the game. So that's what you got to take care of first. And looks like on the season so far here, Jay, we are 0 for 8 now.
We're perfect.
Perfect. We have not won a coin flip yet this year. This time Sioux Center wins the toss. They have elected to receive, which is 2 weeks in a row for that. Okoboji did that last week too. And usually you defer that if you win. But Sioux Center decides they want the football to start the game.
Essentially anytime somebody elects to receive, that is likely we won the toss, because more often than not we would defer anyway. But, the Lions 0 for 8 on coin tosses this year. So if for anything we're consistent, got to get some good luck there at the midfield meeting.
That's right. We either got to call it better or let them call it better. I don't know what we got to do, but we're going to maybe next week at Sheldon we can get that first coin flip.
Carter Kroll with the ball teed up on the 40-yard line, ready for some football here tonight. The Lions in their home purples, ready for the season finale here at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. The kick is underway, fielded at the 10-yard line, and coming back the other way for the Sioux Center Warriors on the return. I believe we're going to have, let's see here, we'll say with Corbin Van Briesen. and out to about the 33-yard line where Sioux Center will take over 1st and 10. A familiar-looking offense here for Sioux Center. Not a whole lot changes, Joel. They're going to run at you, and they're going to have a lot of speed.
You know, that's one of those things that they're going to do with us, and they've got one good running back out there, Sam Vonk. He's going to be the guy you hear running the ball, and they rely a lot on Cade Bleeker. He likes to throw it around a little bit when he needs to, but they haven't been very effective offensively, so it'd be a big feather in the cap for the Lions to get after him right away.
Bleeker will line up in the shotgun, a pair of backs in the backfield with him, and the hand will go right up the middle to Foltz, I believe, the fullback. He'll carry up to the 34 for 1 yard.
Yeah, right off the bat, going to go with the fullback here, trying to get by it. Obviously, the Lions know that we're going to key on Vonk out there, and this time they decide to go to Foltz and trying to change some things up. Sioux Center trying to do anything they can to get some yardage.
2nd and 9 for the Warriors from their own 34. Bleeker in the shotgun takes a snap. Here comes Vonk over the left tackle across the 35, and he'll carry to about the 38-yard line where his forward progress stopped. That's going to be about 5 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, big run there, though, by Vonk. He got through the line of scrimmage there, had some room, but the Lions' defense able to get to him and get a hold of him, got a hold of the jersey, and just didn't let go.
3rd down and 5 for the Warriors from their own 38. Bleeker in the shotgun with Vonk standing to his left. Trip receivers to the right as Bleeker calls it out. Long snap count, and I believe he got the Lions to jump. We'll wait and see what the official call is, but I believe that was up front on the defensive line. They got a little excited there.
Yeah, Lions trying to get into that, trying to get that 3 and out. Knew they were going to bring some pressure out that. And Sioux Center very aware to get that 5 yards. Not going to give them a first down, though, as they'll still be just shy of the sticks.
Ball's going to be smack dab in the middle of the 43-yard line, right about where the first down marker is, and the officials are going to call time for measurement. It is very close. 10:54 left in the opening quarter, scoreless so far. This is the opening possession of the game as Sioux Center won the toss, elected to receive. First series for Sioux Center. 3rd play of the game coming up here. It will be a 3rd down and short for the Warriors as we stretch the chains out. And no, it looks like it will be a first down via the penalty. So the Warriors will pick up the first down. 1st and 10 for Sioux Center on the 3rd play of the night.
Well, Jay, when you're 3 and 4, any way you can get a first down, you take it. And if you need to go to those getting the offsides penalty to get it there, you take it, you get your fresh set of downs, and you keep moving the ball.
1st down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 43 as the clock winds up again. 10:50 left in the opening quarter. Sioux Center will break the huddle. Bleeker will line up in the shotgun formation. Trip receivers to the right. Single man left with an up back behind him. Bleeker calls it out, takes a snap, drops straight back to pass, looking over the middle of the field, rolling out to the right side under pressure. Bleeker still holding on to it, throws for the sidelines, and the catch is made by Eli Hibma at the 48-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock, but we got a flag on the field here.
And we'll have to see if that might be a defensive holding there, or we'll see if they pushed off to get to the sidelines.
Ball spotted about a yard shy of the first down marker at the Central Lyon George Little Rock 48. Still waiting on the signal from the official. And it looks like they're going to walk it back. So let's see here what the call is. Going to be defensive holding on Central Lyon George Little Rock. They're going to mark it from the line of scrimmage is what they're going to do, and that will take it up to the 47-yard line of CLGLR and a first down for Sioux Center. So back-to-back penalties for the Lions, not the way you want to start defensively here tonight.
Yeah, I think they were going to be about a yard short of the first down with the reception, so they took the penalty and got the free first down.
Warriors with a 1st and 10. Bleeker in the shotgun, calls it out, takes a snap, the hand, no, fake hand, quarterback keep up the middle. Bleeker will cross the 45, track down from behind at the 43-yard line for a carry of, let's see here, about 5 yards on the play.
Don't believe that was Bleeker out there, Jay. They put in a different quarterback out there. You got Charlie Dykeshorn in there playing the quarterback spot now.
2nd down and 5 coming up for Sioux Center. The ball spotted on the 43-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Bleeker in the shotgun with an up back behind him. Man in motion coming across right to left. The hand will go up the middle, and breaking it out left side is Vonk. Vonk will be stuffed at about the 40-yard line with the forward progress for a gain of 3. And that will set up Sioux Center with a 3rd down and about 3 from the Lions' 40.
3rd down and short, though, for Sioux Center, they've been doing a nice job of bringing the ball down the field, and the Lions defense just kind of sitting on it. They're playing right with them there, but they got to come up and make a big play and try and get a stop here on third down and see if they can't get the ball back.
Third down and 3 for the Warriors. Bleeker in the shotgun, man in motion right to left. He'll line up at the left H-back. Now a second man coming in motion from right to left. Bleeker will hand to the motion man on the sweep, and coming across left side on the carry is Matthew Baumgars. He'll be hit at the 39-yard line, a couple yards shy of the first down.
You know, and nice job there by Austin Metzger. Came up and put the hit on him, actually got him in the backfield. But good second effort there by Baumgars to fight forward, get positive yards, and they're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Fourth down and short, about 1.5 yards for the Warriors as Bleeker will line up in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the right. Bleeker calls it out. Long snap count once again. Now looks to the sidelines. He's got Vonk directly behind him in the backfield. 8:43 left in the opening quarter. Fourth and short, Bleeker in the shotgun. Calls it out, hands to Vonk right up the middle. He'll have the first down as he pushes the pile forward to the 35, just inside the 35 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And Sioux Center with a nice opening possession offensively here tonight.
Yeah, Vonk there picking up 4 yards in that play, and thought was a little nervous right away when he got it. He actually stumbled, and but able to regather the feet underneath him, kept the head down, and able to pick up first down yardage.
First down and 10 for Sioux Center. The ball just inside of the 35 of Central Lyon George Little Rock, as looks like Dykeshorn will line up in the shotgun. Calling it out from the shotgun formation. It's a roll to the right side, around right end, and a nice gain on the play for Dykeshorn as he'll carry all the way down to the 26-yard line, be about 1 yard shy of the first down.
You know, Dykeshorn is normally their number one receiver, but obviously the passing game has not been as effective as they want with Bleeker, and looking for different ways to get your star player the ball in his hands out there and just put him in the shotgun and let him take off.
Second down and a long one, short two coming up for Sioux Center as Bleeker back in will line up in the shotgun. Man in motion from left to right. As Bleeker calls it out, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, lets it go over the middle, and the pass falls incomplete. Late flag coming in the secondary, and we'll see what the official call is.
You might get a defensive holding there once again, as they might say that the Lions defensive backs impeded the progress of the receiver. That ball was nowhere close.
Eli Hibma was the closest receiver. He was coming across the middle on the play, but well, his progress had to be impeded quite severely. It had to be a pretty big hold if that was the case, because like you said, the ball was nowhere close to anybody. And it will be a call against Central Lyon George Little Rock, pass interference, and the officials will mark it down to the let's see, it looks like the 13-yard line, where Sioux Center will take over first and 10 once again. Opening possession for the Warriors. They've taken up about 4.5 minutes off the clock here on the opening drive of the night. Shotgun formation for Bleeker as he calls it out, takes a snap, the hand on the counter over the right side to Kammerman, and he's going to be hit right about the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You know, Lions doing a good job there of standing up the receiver, or the running back of Kammerman, just a sophomore out there, earning some time due to some injuries, and doing a nice job running there in between the tackles, but goes nowhere. Lions defense, they got to dig their heels in here on the shadows of their own end zone and see if they can't force this four and out.
Second down and 10 for Sioux Center. The ball on the 13 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Bleeker in the shotgun, Vonk directly behind him as Bleeker calls it out, takes a snap, hands to Vonk over left tackle, and he'll be stood up at the line of scrimmage once again. And Sioux Center looking at a 3rd and 10.
Third down and 10, obviously a passing situation here for Sioux Center. You're going to see Bleeker probably drop back to pass, and the Lions so far, every time that Sioux Center has passed just 2 times at it, we've gotten called for a penalty. So our defensive backs got to be ready for it and need to play sound here. And hopefully our defensive line can get after the quarterback, maybe rush the throw a little bit.
Third down and 10 for the Warriors. Bleeker will line up in the shotgun with Vonk standing to his right. Twin receivers left, a single receiver to the right side. As Bleeker calls it out, and a timeout going to be called by Sioux Center with 6:15 left in the opening quarter, scoreless so far. Opening possession of the night for the Sioux Center Warriors. Will take a timeout as well. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face, a long lost friend with a helpful hand. picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard with people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. 6:15 left to play in the opening quarter. We are scoreless so far, but the Sioux Center Warriors knocking on the door. 3rd down and 10 from the Central Lyon George Little Rock 13-yard line. Opening possession of the game. Sioux Center's chewed up just about half of this first quarter already on what has been a very nice opening drive for the Warriors.
Yeah, they've been able to mix up a little bit of pass, but mostly running the ball down the field. And Lions, a couple miscues on some penalties have really helped them out.
Bleeker will line up in the shotgun on 3rd and 10. Man in motion from right to left. Bleeker takes a snap, dropping back to pass, throws it right side of the end zone. Leaping catch is made for the Sioux Center touchdown, and coming up with it in the end zone is Zeke Foltz, I should say. And a 13-yard touchdown score for Sioux Center on the first possession of the night.
Yeah, Foltz ran a nice route, got inside of Metzger out there and just went up to the highest point. They just lobbed it up over the top, and he out-jumped him and able to come down with it.
Point after attempt coming up from the Warriors. 6:07 left to play in the opening quarter. So just about half the quarter chewed up on that opening possession by Sioux Center results in a touchdown. Now the extra point attempt coming up here from the Warriors. As doing the kicking for Sioux Center will be Gabe Moeller. Snap is good, hold is down, the kick is up, and the extra point is good. 6:07 left to play in the opening quarter. 7-0. Sioux Center leading Central Lyon George Little Rock. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 6:07 left to play in the opening quarter, 7-0. Sioux Center with the lead on Central Lyon George Little Rock. Warriors march the opening drive down the field. A 13-yard touchdown pass from Bleeker to Foltz. The point after was good, and now a 7-0 lead for Sioux Center. First crack at it offensively coming up for the Lions, and Joel, they need an answer right out the gate here.
Well, and you talk about Sioux Center, we talk about teams that win the toss. They normally defer and play defense first, but that time Sioux Center won the toss. They took the ball, and if you're going to take the ball, that's exactly what you want to do with it. March it down the field, eat up some clock, and put it in the end zone.
Ensuing kickoff coming up from the Warriors, and Moeller to do the kicking. Signal is given. Moeller on the approach and gives the ball the boot. A low end over kick fielded by an up back for the Lions at the 40-yard line, knocked out of bounds, and the Lions will get great starting field position, and it looks like coming up with it was Addison Metzger for Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Sioux Center's always been like that. They'll squib kick if they're worried about a return guy at all. They'll do a lot of squib kicking right there, and that time that was like a line drive. Nice job of Addison Metzger to be aware, catch it, and move it up the field about 5 yards, and great starting field position right away for the Lions.
First down and 10, Central Lyon George Little Rock with twin receivers to each side. Nagel in the shotgun. They'll look over to the sideline. Vandentop lining up directly behind Nagel. 6:03 left in the opening quarter as the Lions start their first offensive drive. The hand of Vandentop right up the middle, breaks it out left side to the 45-yard line. He'll take 5 yards on first down every time.
Yeah, the Lions just get the big offensive push out of the line right away, and Tanner didn't have to do a whole lot, just tuck in right behind him and put the head down for 5.
Second down and 5, Central Lyon George Little Rock from their own 45. Stacked twins on each side, the hand of Vandentop again up the middle, and this one will go for a couple to the 47-yard line. Third down and about 3 coming up for the Lions.
Yeah, and right there, the defensive line of Sioux Center, they just fell down there, created the pile as they saw the fullback coming through, and he tried to leap over top of him, but able to trip him up for only 2 yards.
Long 3, short 4, whatever your preference here for the Lions on third down. Nagel will line up in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, fake the hand to Vanatop. Quarterback keep, left tackle, and Nagel bowls over the Sioux Center defense. Forward progress, should have the first down.
You know, that's a good, tough run right off the bat there for Lucas. Sometimes Lucas takes a little bit of plays to get him going, get him feeling it right there. But right off the bat, he had the 3 yards. He was very close to the sticks, but lowered the shoulder and just drove right through the linebacker to get that extra yard we needed.
First down and 10 for the Lions from the Sioux Center 48. Nagel in the shotgun. Split receiver to each side, man in motion right to left. That is Austin Metzger. He'll take the hand from Nagel on the sweep, and Metzger breaks a tackle, carries and fumbles out of bounds at the 37-yard line. And Central Lyon George Little Rock should have another first down here.
Yeah, should be an 11-yard carry there. Luckily, he was on the sidelines, and the ball came free, and it was able to roll out of bounds. You know, Austin's had some troubles with that over the last couple weeks. He's taken some good hits. And he likes to make contact, but he's had some troubles hanging on to that football, and that could be a big key in this ball game. You got to make sure you maintain possession.
4:53 left in the opening quarter. Sioux Center leading at 7-0. First and 10 for the Lions from the Warrior 37, and Nagel on the quarterback keep going nowhere. It'll be a quarterback sack back at the 40-yard line, a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, he was just met right in the backfield by a host of Warriors. And not sure if there's some miscommunication on that play or if it was a misread. You know, Lucas has to read that, what the defensive line is doing, whether he's going to give that off or go. He chose to go, and that time it wasn't good.
Second down and 13 for the Lions from the Sioux Center 40-yard line. All kinds of early movement here, and the Lions will move back again. And that's going to be already the 4th penalty, I believe, on Central Lyon George Little Rock tonight.
Yeah, Lions have had 3 defensive penalties, now an offensive one, and that one we had 4 or 5 guys going at the same time, and the center just didn't snap the ball.
Ball marked back at the 45-yard line, so now a second down and 18 coming up for the Lions with 4:22 left in the opening quarter. A 7-0 lead for Sioux Center. The Warriors marched their opening offensive possession down the field and scored a touchdown. Lions on their opening offensive possession going to have to pull something out of the hat here. Second and 18 from the Sioux Center 45. Nagel from the shotgun, a high snap. He'll hand to Vanatop up the middle. Vanatop across the 40, 35, breaks a tackle, 30, 25, 20, balls over some Sioux Center defenders, carries them inside the 15 and down to the 14-yard line. Tanner Vanatop with a tough run for the Lions. That's what you pull out of the hat right there.
That's all right. That's the best trick we've got. You hand off to the big guy, let him run right through the middle, 31 yards. Tanner Vanatop, man, I think he had the entire 22 guys on the field on his back there and still managed to get more.
First down and 10 for the Lions from the Sioux Center 14. Nagel in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, hand to Vanatop again. Why not? Vanatop will spin through some contact to the 10-yard line. Tough 3 or 4 yards on first down.
Yeah, nice run in there. Once again, we're blocking it well up front, opening up some gaps. And Tanner's just doing a fantastic job of seeing it. He's getting down there. He's making that cut he needs to find the opening, and he's doing just a phenomenal job here and just carrying the load here in this drive.
Second and 7 for the Lions just outside the 10 of Sioux Center. Nagel in the shotgun, a high snap once again, and the hand goes on the sweep to Telford around left end. Cole Telford will take it into the end zone for the Lion touchdown. From 10 yards out, Cole Telford puts the Lions on the board with 3:15 left to play in the first quarter.
If Cole Telford can get the corner, there is nobody who's going to catch him. He is so fast. And just great play there because they actually, I don't even know if Lucas caught that. It almost looked like a tip drill where the ball hit him in the hands. He tossed it right in front of him. Everybody thought him and Vanatop had it, and Cole just rolled around the end.
Point after coming up from Carter Krall with the swinging gate in from the left. Murray will do the snapping, Van Berkom on the hold, and Krall to do the kicking. 3:15 left in the opening quarter. As Van Berkom calls for the snap, little high, he gets it down. Krall puts the extra point up and through. 3:15 left in the opening quarter, all tied at 7 apiece. Central Lyon George Little Rock and Sioux Center District 1 football tonight on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Hi, this is Russell Forrest. It's a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble Austin & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church making the memories that are priceless.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. 3:15 left in the opening quarter, all tied at 7 apiece. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center. Sioux Center taking in the opening offensive possession down the field, going up 7-0. The Lions answer with a drive of their own and punching one in, a 10-yard touchdown run by Cole Telford. Ensuing kickoff, it will be Austin Metzger doing the kicking for the Lions here. On the ensuing kickoff with the ball teed up on the 40-yard line. Metzger gives the ball the boot, a high end-over-end kick, a short one, will be caught at the 21 by Sioux Center, and coming right up the gut across the 35 on the return is Owen Christensen, or pardon me, not Owen Christensen, he's a Lion, but Charlie Dykeshorn, pardon me, to the 36-yard line where Sioux Center will take over 1st and 10. So the Warriors starting with good starting field position once again, their own 36, the spot of the ball, 1st and 10 for Sioux Center. 3:10 left to play in the opening quarter, all tied at 7 apiece. Bleeker will line up in the shot. Holtz, he'll be stood up at the line of scrimmage by the Lions. No gain on the play, and a 3rd down and 3 coming up for Sioux Center with the ball spotted on their own 43-yard line. 2:19 left in the opening quarter, all tied at 7 apiece. Along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center here tonight. 3rd down and 3 for the Warriors from their own 43. As Bleeker will line up in the shotgun, we have a late addition coming out onto the field here for Sioux Center. Trip receivers to the left, a single man to the right. As Bleeker calls it out, long snap count with Vonk playing directly behind him. Bleeker will audible at the line of scrimmage. Reset. Now call for the ball. The hand to Vonk right up the middle. Hit in the backfield and a 2-yard loss back at the 41-yard line. Host of Lions coming through to make the play. And now 4th and 5 for Sioux Center.
Nice job there by the Lions to just explode through. That's what we needed in that last drive. We got them into a 3rd down situation. We just couldn't get out of it. This time you get them in that 3rd down. Our defense gets through, gets a big hit on Vonk and doesn't allow him to go anywhere.
Bleeker will line up in the punt formation back on his own 29-yard line. The Lions with a pair of return men back on their own 20. As Bleeker awaits the snap, gets a wobbly snap, but able to corral it, gets off a high spiraling punt. Telford will watch it, and it will roll all the way down inside the 15 to the 13 of Central Lyon, George Little Rock. I believe Telford thought that was going to go out of bounds, and it looked like it was going to, but it just kind of towed the sideline.
Yeah, can't really blame him there because it was right there down the sidelines, and it just rolled out and rolled straight down the end line there. Sioux Center able to come down and down it, and probably picked up 10 or 15 yards on the punt.
Lions will take over 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. 1:03 left to play in the opening quarter. We're all tied at 7 apiece here tonight. Lion offense back on the field, 1 for 1 on possession so far here tonight. Nagel in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side, motion man left to right. Nagel on the quarterback, keep up the middle, will carry to about the 14-yard line, a tough yard on 1st down.
You know, that play just really hasn't developed for us yet. You know, but it's good to stay with it. You got to make sure that the key on Lucas, but I'm not sure if we're not blocking it right or if it's Lucas not making the correct read on there. But that quarterback run just hasn't quite been there yet.
2nd down and 9 for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 14. Twin receivers to each side with Nagel in the shotgun formation. Nagel takes a high snap and a quarterback keep. He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Might even lose a yard back to the 13.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to drop back to the original line of scrimmage on that one. And seen that a couple times throughout that first drive too, Jay. That snap just not quite there. It's pretty tall on Lucas. Got to get that figured out. Carson Popkes has done a pretty good job the last couple weeks, and going to have to hone that one in.
3rd down and 10 for the Lions, and it looks like the clock will run out here on quarter number 1. That will bring an end to the first quarter of play. After one quarter, we're all tied at 7 apiece. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center, a District 1 2A matchup here tonight at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Frontier Bank is more than a bank. We're a community. Banking locally with Frontier Bank means that your money circulates within the community, funding small business lending and benefiting our local citizens, farmers, and neighborhoods. Frontier Bank is a community bank with leading-edge technology, including interactive teller machines and mobile deposits. Keep your deposits local and our community strong with Frontier Bank.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. We head to quarter number 2, all tied at 7 apiece. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center tonight. 3rd down and 10 for the Lions from their own 13-yard line. Nagel in the shotgun, dropping back to pass. Looking over the middle of the field, has a man, and Carter Kroll is there for the catch at the 25-yard line. The 26 they'll give him, and the Lions will move the chains.
Yeah, nice 13-yard pickup there. Good pass by Lucas. He really sat there, had lots of time. The offensive line gave him plenty of time to throw that ball and waited for the play to develop there and waited for Carter to come across and get open and find him.
1st down and 10 for the Lions. The ball spotted on their own 27. Nagel in the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the hand of Vanatop. Quarterback keep over right tackle, and they had him by a shoestring in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard back to the 26-yard line.
He's really had some tough going out there. Lucas just cannot get away. When he takes off with it, it's just not there for him here tonight. They're really keying on him. And they know that if he gets out in the open, he can really burn them. But they're doing a great job of keying on him. I guess we'll have to go back to Tanner Vanatop or some of the other weapons we have.
2nd down and 10 for the Lions from their own 26. They hand to Telford on a sweep, and he's going to be met in the backfield all the way back at the 21. That'll be a loss of 5 yards, and now the Lions looking at 3rd down and about 15.
Yeah, the linebacker for Sioux Center on that one just blew right through the hole. We had nothing doing there. Number 32, he's not even on my roster. He's that good. But he came right through there, and he smucked Telford as soon as he got the ball and ended up losing 5.
3rd down and at 15. Central Lyon, George Little Rock from their own 21. Nagel in the shotgun, calls it out, takes a snap, quick pass, left side to Zed Hymanson. He'll make the catch, cuts inside the block, across the 30, the 35, and out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. He's going to be close to the sticks, maybe just shy.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be about 1 yard shy of the first down marker. They might have to come measure this. This is going to be pretty close. They're trying to look that far across the field on a crowned field. That's tough. They may have to bring the chains away.
We'll wait and see what the officials decide to do with 10:23 left to play here in the second quarter. They will call time for measurement. All tied at 7 apiece. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center here tonight. Both teams at 2-1 in District 1 play, 3-4 overall on the season. Winner will get to 500 and be in sole possession of that district runner-up position for the time being after the game is completed tonight. As they stretch out the chains, looks like it's going to be just short, right in front of the Central Lyon George Little Rock sideline. And the Lions with a 4th and short, but from your own 37, you got to be careful here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get it. If you're going to go for it, this is pretty gutsy to go for it. You know.
Boy, it is just a chain link, too.
I think if you're going to go for it or have any idea to go for it, you got to line up in that power I formation. You know, and don't even risk going into that shotgun fake punt type of deal. And it looks like that's what the Lions are going to do.
Lions will go power I, 4th and short from their own 37. Nagel will line up under center with the power I behind him. Nagel looks over that Sioux Center defense. Calls for a motion man in the backfield. Calls it out. Quarterback keep, dives forward. That should be all he needs to do. They'll give him the 38, and that should be more than enough for the first down.
It's going to be close. All of our guys were a little not knowing what was going on. The clock man didn't start the clock, and the official blew for the clock to get that started. We all looked like he was stopping play, and almost cost us there, but nonetheless, we do get enough for the first down.
Yeah, just across the 37, first and 10 for the Lions. Fresh set of downs for the purple and gold. 10-16 left to play in the first half, all tied at 7 apiece. Nagel in the shotgun. Twin receivers make that a single to each side. As Telford comes across in motion, he'll take the hand from Nagel right up the gut, and here comes Cole Telford to midfield. Telford to the 49-yard line of Sioux Center.
Yeah, that's a big run right there for Cole Telford. That's a power run. As we bring him around, we do bring a man in motion, but he's going right up behind the tackle. He's got lead blockers in front of him, and he picks up a nice 13 yards for the first down.
Just across the 50-yard line into Warrior territory, first and 10 for the Lions. Nagel in the shotgun, a split man out to each side. Vanentop will slide across to the right side of the line as Nagel calls it out with Telford in motion. He'll take the hand right up the middle again. This time he's met in the backfield back of the Lion 48-yard line. It will be a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, tried to come back with the exact same play once again, and this time Sioux Center was all over that one and nowhere for Telford to go.
Second down at about 12 for the Lions from their own 48. 9:28 left to play in the first half, all tied at 7 apiece. Nagel will line up in the shotgun, a split receiver wide to each side. Vanentop will stand to his left. As Nagel calls it out, takes a snap, fakes the hand, and looks like to the motion man on the play, Carter Krull, but nothing happening there. Sioux Center is able to sniff that out real quick. They'll drop him back out at the 45 and 3 more yards lost.
Yeah, we're not doing a very good job of blocking here on this set of downs, and we're letting that defensive line, them linebackers, come right through. We're just missing guys. They're getting just great penetration. As soon as Carter got that ball, they were all over top of him.
Third down and about 16 for the Lions from their own 45. Nagel from the shotgun, dropping back under pressure, throws in the flat for Vanentop, makes a move, crosses the 50, out to about the 46-yard line of Sioux Center. Lions will be about 7 yards shy of the first down.
Yeah, going to pick up 9 yards on that play to Tanner, but we keep finding ourselves behind the chains so much on those first couple downs, and we're trying to dig ourselves out. This time not able to do it, and we'll be forced to punt this one away, I believe.
Lions will line up in what looks to be an offensive set, but Nagel will just pooch it. Oh, boy, he gave her the boot, and whoa, he got her to stop with a pitching wedge shot inside the 5 and down at about the 1-yard line. I don't know what kind of spin Nagel got on that, but I want to take him with me in a golf tournament I'm playing in tomorrow.
It's a 45-yard pooch punt.
Yeah. Boy, I thought that was going to blast right through the end zone. That thing stopped right on the 5 and get a sideways roll.
Down at about the 1-yard line is where they're going to put him, the 1 or the 2, basically, for Sioux Center. So the Lions not capitalizing on the offensive side, but they're going to put the defense in good position here, and let's see if the defense can get a little aggressive and see if they can't get after it.
Sioux Center deep in the shadows of their own goalposts, lined up on their own 2-yard line. First down and 10 as Bleeker will line up in the shotgun. Calls it out, takes the snap, and the hand goes right up the middle and met at the line of scrimmage, but carrying the defense forward for about a yard on the play is Vonk.
Yeah, Vonk, that's a lot of effort out of him because we were in the backfield. We got some pads on him, but he was able to spin off of it, get positive yards, and give them a few inches.
Second down and 9 for Sioux Center from their own 3-yard line. 7:48 left to play in the first half. Clock on the move, all tied at 7 apiece here tonight. Bleeker in the shotgun with trip receivers wide to the left and up back standing directly behind him. Bleeker calls it out, takes a snap. The hand goes right up the middle, and breaking it out left side is Vonk. Big gainer here for Vonk on the carry as he'll take some Lion defenders with him all the way out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, nice power run there for Vonk. Picks up 17 yards and moving the chains for him. And the Lions had him pinned deep, but now Sioux Center has gotten themselves out of the shadows, and they can start playing some offense again.
First down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 20-yard line. 7:23 left in the first half. Clock is moving. We're all tied at 7 apiece. Twin receivers to the right as Bleeker will line up in the shotgun with an up back standing to his right. Bleeker calls it out. Long count again. He'll take the snap, roll out right side under pressure, looking to pass, and throws nobody home. Pass will fall incomplete. Flag on the play. That's in the area of a holding.
Yeah, I think Colton Buss was going to get a free shot at the quarterback, but he had two white jerseys hanging on to him, not letting him through. So you are going to get that holding call. And I thought you might see another one for intentional grounding, as that wasn't thrown anywhere near a wide receiver.
Yeah, that was not in the direction of anybody. The holding going to be marked off from the 15-yard line, so going to take it back to about the 7, I believe. And it will be a first down and forever now for Sioux Center, probably about 25 yards or so.
Yeah, back at the 7-yard line, they got to get to the 30, so 23, or it would be first and 23 for the Warriors.
As Bleeker will line up in the shotgun, he's got twins lining out to the left side and up back directly behind him. Bleeker calls it out, takes the snap, hands to Bonk over the left side, and Bonk is free again. He'll carry to about the 14-yard line, pickup of close to 7 on the play.
Yeah, Vonk is being awfully explosive out there. I don't know why they even went to that passing game. The way he's running the ball, I think you just got to keep handing it to him.
Second down and 16 for Sioux Center. The ball spotted on their own 14, all tied up at 7 apiece. 6:44 left to play in the opening half, and the clock is on the move. As the Warriors come out in the shotgun formation once again, trip receivers wide to the right, a single receiver out to the left. As Bleeker with Vonk up behind him, calls it out, takes a snap, dropping back to pass, throws it over the middle and deep down the right side. Baumgart's had it, but then he dropped it. Did have a step on Carter Krull, but couldn't hang on.
Yeah, just running that vertical route right down the middle of the field. That's a tough play for our safety out there in Carter, because he's up there and he's trying to look at the run, and they show run. So he kind of takes that step forward. He hesitates. By that time, the wide receiver is just sprinting right by him, and he has to try and play catch-up. And right there, we're very lucky that Baumgarts couldn't hang on to it.
Well, the official running along the near sideline, it looked like he dropped a flag. Sideline warning on the Lions, it looks like.
I'll make sure that the team stays back away, because the sideline official trying to run down there had to avoid either some coaches or some players.
So sideline warning on Central Lyon George Little Rock. 6:20 left to play in the opening half. All tied at 7 apiece now. A third down and 16 for the Warriors coming up with the ball spotted on their own 14-yard line. Bleeker will line up in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers right, a motion man from left to right as Bleeker rolls out to the right side, takes a snap and passes to the 16 where the catch is made. Drugged down at the 21-yard line is the receiver Dykeshorn on the play. He's going to be about 9 yards shy of the first down. Well, they put him at the 22, so still 8 yards shy, and Sioux Center most likely going to be forced to punt here.
Yeah, running that crossing route across there. Dykeshorn caught it out in the open, but good pursuit there by Parker Netton. He got to him and got his hands on him, got a hold of the jersey, held on long enough to allow the rest of the Lions to come and bring him down.
Bleeker will line up to punt on his own 10-yard line. Looks like Austin Metzger and Cole Telford to return on their own 40. Bleeker gets the snap, a high spiraling punt. Telford will take it at the 35. Rolling out for the far sideline. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40. He's got a wall in front of him. Here comes Cole Telford down the sidelines. Telford inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. Make it the 17 of Sioux Center. Great return for 22.
Yeah, about a 54-yard return for Cole Telford. They always tell you on a punt return, the biggest key is making the first guy miss. He starts darting for the sidelines. And the first guy coming was Baumgarts. He slipped and fell on the turf, and that opened up that wall, like you said, Jay. He had a nice wall down there, and the punter is the guy who has to make the tackle.
First down and 10 for the Lions from the 17 of Sioux Center. Nagel in the shotgun, trip receivers left, a single to the right. Nagel takes a snap, quarterback keep around left end, gets a block from Vanatop, cuts it upfield inside the 10 and down to the 5-yard line of Sioux Center.
Wow, and like you said, the block is what made that play go there. And Trey Murray was actually the guy leading the way out there at the tailback spot. He got out in front and got his helmet right on the linebacker and opened up all that running room for him to go through. And a nice job, nice big run for the Lions, picked up 11 yards.
Well, the officials will give them the 6, but nonetheless a first and goal for the Lions from the Sioux Center 6-yard line. Nagel in the shotgun, trip receivers right, a single to the left. As Nagel calls it out, quarterback keep around right end, has to stiff arm a defender and does so in the backfield, keeps his feet inside the 5, dives for the end zone, and Nagel is in for the Lion touchdown from 6 yards out. Lucas Nagel finds pay dirt, and 4:58 left to play in the first half. The Lions have the lead.
And Lucas hasn't been able to get that running game going. We faked a lot and tried to get him going right up the middle of the field. Sioux Center's been all over it. Now we're not even faking. We're just taking off, letting him run a sweep around the end, get some blockers out in front of him. But the blockers weren't all that great that time. But Lucas shows you what kind of an athlete he is. They got a big stiff arm, then got down to about the 2 and dives in for the end zone.
That was a hard stiff arm, a rejection by Nagel on the Sioux Center defender in the backfield. Could have been dropped for a loss there had he not made that play. Murray on the snap. Van Berkom on the hold. Carter Krall on the kick for the extra point. Van Berkom calls the snap a little high. He corrals it, and Krall will boot it up and through. Extra point is good. 4:58 left to play in the first half. 14-7. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading at Sioux Center. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 4:58 left to play in the first half. 14-7. Central Lyon George Little Rock taking the lead on Sioux Center here tonight in this District 1 2A matchup. 6-yard touchdown run by Lucas Nagel puts the Lions out in front for the first time tonight. Austin Metzger teeing up the ball on the 40-yard line for the ensuing kickoff. Sioux Center with a lot of speed in that return game. Special teams will definitely be a factor in this one here for the Lions tonight. Sioux Center has started with great field position on all of their possessions, or I should say their first 2 possessions. Metzger gives the ball the boot, a high end-over-end kick, fielded at the 19-yard line, and coming up the middle of the field, breaking it out left side, still on his feet, is Easton Dubs. And Dubs will carry across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Great starting field position for Sioux Center once again.
Sioux Center's been running really hard. Anytime the guy, whoever the ball carrier is, they've been running like super hard. And the Lions are struggling with a team that runs like that because we're just reaching out, trying to grab hold and not getting the pads on anybody. They've been tough to bring down.
First down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 37. 4:49 left to play in the first half. A 14-7 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Bleeker will line up in the shotgun for the Warriors. Twin receivers split out to the right side. A single man left. Up back standing to the right of Bleeker with a man in motion left to right. Bleeker calls it out, takes the snap, rolls out to the right side under pressure, throws it in the flat and overthrows, or I should say leads Baumgars a little too far. Pass will fall incomplete, but Bleeker had a face full of Colton Buss.
Yeah, I don't blame him for throwing that one away. Buss came free off the edge there, and nobody blocked him, and he had to get rid of that ball in a hurry. If he held on any longer, he was going to hurt.
Second down and 10 for Sioux Center. Clock will stop on the incompletion with 4:45 left in the first half. Bleeker will line up in the shotgun and up back to his left, a single back behind him as well with a split receiver wide right. The hand will go to Vonk over the left side, and Vonk just pushes his blockers forward, carries out to about the 42-yard line where he'll have about a 6-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play. It looks like that might be in the area of a hold as well. The sideline judge came running in there and throwing that one. So it's either that or, maybe he saw a face mask because Vonk got his head down there in the pile.
Officials will talk it over here, and the ball is spotted on the 42, and it looks like that's what it is going to be, a personal foul face mask on Central Lyon George Little Rock. So another tough penalty for the Lions, not doing themselves any favors here tonight. That will take it all the way down to the CLGLR 43.
Yeah, we had 3 tough penalties in that opening drive. That just kept Sioux Center alive, kept them going. They were able to punch it in. And right here again, instead of having 3rd down and long, we're sitting there giving them a 1st down in our territory.
1st down and 10. Bleecker will hand to Vonk right up the middle, and Vonk will push the pile forward. Some more tough running to about the 43-yard line on the play, or make it the 42, rather. That'll be a gain of a yard.
Yeah, good gang tackling there by the Lions. Once again, they got in there, met the pile, and Vonk is such a tough runner out there. He does not go down. We're not going to be able to single up on him and try and drag him to the ground. It's going to take 3 of us every time we get a chance.
2nd down and 9 for Sioux Center from the Lion 42. Bleecker from the shotgun with twin receivers to the right and a single to the left. And we'll go to Vonk over the right side. He'll be piled up upon by the Lions at the line of scrimmage that time by.
Yeah, going to get another good shot on him out there. The first one there, Parker netting, filling the hole. He was the first guy to get to him, and then you had Huseman coming in there as well. Caden was able to help wrap him up, bring him down. Only another yard for Sam Vonk, and that's just good football right there. You got him in 3rd down and long, and let's see if we can get that in that another forced play like this, and maybe we can force something on 4th down.
3rd and 9 for the Warriors. Ball on the 42 of CLGLR. Bleecker from the shotgun calls it out, takes a snap, dropping straight back to pass, looking deep down the middle of the field for Baumgars, who's wide open. He'll make the catch for the Sioux Center possession.
Well, the
down
coaches
at the
are
5-yard line.
The coaches are fighting that he dropped the ball. He never maintained the catch all the way through, but they're going to give him the ball at the 5.
Baumgars had a step on Krull, makes the catch inside the red zone at the 5-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock, and Sioux Center now in business once again.
And the coaches, like I said, they're arguing that call, and the officials are saying that that catch was good. They're going to say the ground can't cause the fumble.
1st down and goal for Sioux Center on the 5 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 2:57 left to play in the first half. Clock is on the move. Lions lead at 14-7. Bleecker from the shotgun on 1st and goal. He'll hand to Baumgars over the left side. Baumgars breaks it out around left end. He'll carry down to the 1-yard line, be stopped just shy of the goal line.
Good tough running once again. And, you know, Jay, you talk about that face mask call giving Sioux Center some new life. Then they take a shot down the field, and they almost connected on that play earlier. They came right back to it, did it again, and this time able to make the catch with Baumgars. And you give a team like this some life here at the end of the half, and that's tough to keep them out, especially when they're going to have a guy like Vonk in the backfield.
2nd and goal for the Warriors from the 1-yard line. Bleecker in the shotgun, calls it out, hands to Vonk over the right side, and he's going to be drugged down by Vanentop back at the 3-yard line. Tanner Vanentop shooting through, and he'll drop him for a 2-yard loss.
Wow, I didn't know if we were going to get him down. We got a hold of him. But he just kept pumping those legs, and Tanner able to wrestle him to the ground and pull him backwards. And that's a big stop there for the Lions. Now you're going to have to do it 2 more times.
3rd and goal for Sioux Center from the 3-yard line of CLGLR. 1:45 left in the first half. Clock on the move. Lions protecting a 14-7 advantage. Bleecker in the shotgun. Single receiver right. A twin set to the left with Vonk behind him. As Bleecker will step up to the line of scrimmage, the snap will go directly to Vonk. Reverse on the play of the Lions. Read it. Colton Buss is there to take down the ball carrier back at the 12-yard line. Colton Buss sniffed that one out from the get-go. I believe the reverse was to Dykeshorn, and he's going to be dropped all the way back at the 12.
I think it was Baumgars actually again on that one. But yeah,
wow.
They brought the quarterback up trying to pretend like he was trying to call an audible, and they went into the Wildcat formation, and he took off with it, trying to run the reverse, but Colton Buss just not fooled on that one. And Sioux Center is going to be forced to try a field goal.
Damon Walhoff will come in for what will be a 30-yard field goal. Bleecker will provide the hold here for Sioux Center. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. Now Sioux Center is going to call a timeout with 43 seconds left in the first half. Play clock was down to 3 seconds, so they probably were worried about a delay of game there, which definitely would have took them out of field goal range.
Yeah, definitely with out there. Anytime you get a high school kicker out there, they've got, I do believe that he has made 3 field goals on the year, and this is probably right in his range, in that 30-some yard range. But, yeah, if you get a high school kicker, you push it back there. Anytime you get over 40 yards, and that's tough to make any kicker at a high school level put that through.
Damon Walhoff, a junior, stands 6'2", 180 pounds. He does have a leg And no wind here tonight. The flag is drooped straight down. This will be a 30-yard field goal, but it is dead set right about center of the field, right on the peak of the crown field here. So we'll wait and see. Bleecker will provide the hold for this field goal attempt with 43 seconds left in the first half. Lion defense stepping up on the goal line, protecting the end zone. Sioux Center looking to take 3 out of it. The snap is good. The hold is down. The kick is up. Angling to the left. It is no good. Wide left. Woloff just a little too much spin wide to the left. No good. And the Lions will take over now with 35 seconds. All 3 timeouts. However, deep in their own territory, a 14-7 advantage. And you do get the ball to start the second half. We'll see how greedy the Lions want to get here.
Well, and that's big momentum, though, actually, Jay. They had first and goal from the 5. They got it down to the 1 and had second and goal from the 1. And for the Lions defense to stand up and come away not giving up any points, yeah, that's just a huge advantage there for the Lions. I think with this one you might just try and go something simple, maybe run the ball. If you break a big one, then maybe call a timeout and take a few shots.
Twin receivers to each side with Nagel in the shotgun. The hand will go to Trey Murray, and Murray will push the pile to about the 22. Pickup of a couple on the play. The Lions don't look to be calling a timeout anytime soon. Clock will keep rolling at 23 seconds. The mass band show coming up at halftime. We'll try to get as much of that for you in the broadcast as we can live here tonight. Keep in mind now the mass band show will be recorded in its entirety, and we will upload that to the YouTube site a little bit later on in the week. So make note of that. You will be able to see the mass band show in its entirety when it is uploaded to the YouTube page. But we'll try to get as much of it broadcast for you as possible as we head to the locker room at halftime here tonight. 14-7, Central Lyon George Little Rock leading Sioux Center. A District 1 Class 2A showdown here at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank in your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Hi, this is Russell Forrest. It's a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble Austin & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church making the memories that are priceless.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly, as the Mass Band Show kicks off the halftime festivities here tonight. The regular season home finale for the Lions tonight, leading Sioux Center 14-7 in this District 1 Class 2A matchup at the half here tonight. Lions with a couple of scores offensively, defensively stealing all the momentum away, heading to the locker room at half with that goal line stand, Joel.
Yeah, Lions doing a nice job. As we said, Jay, that's big for momentum, because you said it right there before the half, is we get the ball to start the second half. So to go in there with a 14-7 lead after what we saw out there, we gave up that big pass play. They had first and goal from the 5. Then they were down to the 1, and we were able to stand tall and make that field goal miss and keep a 1-touchdown lead. If we can come out in the second half and put together a drive and get some points on the board, we can really take advantage of this game.
Central Lyon and George Little Rock bands on the field here at the half. And, of course, we'll get the middle school bands coming in, walking along the track as well as the mass band show progresses for the fans to enjoy here tonight. And, again, we'll try to bring you as much of the mass band show as we can during the half here as our broadcast allows. But keep in mind the mass band show will be recorded and will air in its entirety as soon as it's uploaded to our YouTube page. So visit our YouTube page, come back for that over the weekend into early next week, and look for that, and we will have it uploaded for you as soon as possible, because the mass band show is always the highlight here.
It is. It's one of those good things, it was created way back in the day, after we got the co-op together back in the 90s with George Little Rock and put these teams together. And, everybody thought it was just the sports, and all you ever did was deal with football or cross country or softball or wrestling or whatever it is. And now they've incorporated in the band. It's really neat to see that these two schools come together. And you've got the high school out there on the field. Now you see coming across the screen, you've got the Central Lyon and George Little Rock middle school bands making their way down the track, and then they'll be joined by the 5th grade band as well.
Yeah, good to see, and putting on a great show. Coming up at the half, we will have a Lions Den interview on the way for you as well. Busy halftime here tonight. Of course, the feature attraction, the District 1 2A matchup here, a pair of 2-1 teams in District 1 football. Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center. No more need to be said when you're talking CLGLR and Sioux Center. More often than not, Joel, it's going to go down to the wire, and that's what it's looking like here tonight.
Yeah, both these teams are just throwing punches back and forth at each other. And we ran the ball at them. They ran the ball at us. And we've each hit a couple big plays. And it's everything you expect from a football game between CLGLR and Sioux Center.
14-7, Lions lead it at the half here tonight. Stay tuned. We'll have more from Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. This is Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank is more than a bank. We're a community. Banking locally with Frontier Bank means that your money circulates within the community, funding small business lending and benefiting our local citizens, farmers, and neighborhoods. Frontier Bank is a community bank with leading-edge technology, including interactive teller machines and mobile deposits. Keep your deposits local and our community strong with Frontier Bank.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the husband who didn't text back about supper.
Probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
And we welcome you back to the half. It's time to go inside the Lions Den, where each and every week we get to know our Central Lyon George Little Rock football seniors. We go inside the helmet and get to know them a little bit better. Today we're being joined by Trey Murray. Trey, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
Trey, let's talk about your senior year so far out there on the football field. Tell us a little bit about your positions, where we find you on the football field, and what your jobs are.
So on special teams, I play long snap, which I'm the guy who throws the ball back to the punter upside down. After that, I become what's known as a gunner. I'm the first guy down there to try and stop the receiver from getting any yards.
And with that being a long snapper, you first of all have to have a good snap is the first responsibility.
And then you got to use your speed and be a tackler as well.
Absolutely.
So lots of different things to do. What about some of the other positions that we see around?
I play running back on offense, and the job there is to, first off, hang on to the ball no matter what. Don't lose that ball. And then we're also supposed to get yardage, fall forward always, and protect the quarterback when we have blocking assignments.
Well, and obviously coming off a game against Okoboji, we got to see you in there a lot. You got some good yardage out there. And finally, let's talk about some of the goals. You accomplished one of those goals in that game against Okoboji. What are some things that you'd like to do this year?
Definitely score touchdowns, because that's any player's goal on the field, I believe. Along with, I'll do really anything that I can help the team, whether I'm catching the ball at the backfield, going down to make tackles, blocking assignments. I'll do anything I can to help the team.
Well, it's good to hear, Trey. We like a team player like that. Well, let's take you off the football field. Let's bring you into the classroom. A senior here at Central Lyon this year. Tell us a little bit about the class load that you're carrying.
Right now I'm taking a lot of science and math classes. Probably my toughest class, I'd say, would be AP Calculus. That's a workload in itself, but we do whatever we can to get that stuff done.
Well, and obviously with a class load, with a lot of the math, a lot of the sciences, starting to prep yourself for the next year. So after you graduate, what are some of the plans that you have going forward from Central Lyon?
I plan to attend either the University of Iowa or the University of Auburn. Still haven't decided between those two yet, to study sports medicine.
Sports medicine, definitely a tough field to be into.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, obviously, a heavy class load. You're obviously in football, and we know about that. What are some other things that you've been involved in over your 4 years here at Central Lyon?
I've been involved in all the sports, basketball, track, baseball, obviously football. I'm part of my church youth group, and I'm the student body vice president.
Well, that keeps you definitely busy around here, and we're glad to have you around Rock Rapids before you get to take off. And obviously, we talk about this each week with all of our seniors out here. You've come through the program. You've been a part of this Lion football family for 4 years now, plus obviously into the middle school years. What are some things you can tell those younger kids as they start to come through the program? What are some things that they can work on to make themselves better?
First off, I'd say probably get in the weight room. Everything starts in the weight room there, and then after that, push yourself to every day you go out there, give everything 110% no matter what you're doing.
Well, and obviously your final year here, just counting it down, just a few more weeks left as being a part of the CLGLR football team. What is maybe a favorite memory, or possibly what is your favorite part of being a part of this team?
Favorite part about the team would probably getting to see my friends every day and just doing some of the stuff that you wouldn't get any other bond with any other sport.
Well, Trey, we appreciate you spending some time with us this week, and we wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success. Here at Central Lyon, we have a tradition of excellence and take pride in our quality education. Central Lyon has undergone many changes over the years, but our mission has remained the same: to provide an education and the opportunity for all students to become productive, lifelong learners. Our rich history combines with our state-of-the-art facilities to give students the best of both worlds. Our students have access to the newest technology, dedicated teachers, and a community that supports our efforts. Central Lyon Community School District, setting the standard for success.
Back at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and Sioux Center tonight with the Mass Band Show. At halftime, the Central Lyon and George Little Rock bands playing the Central Lyon and George Little Rock school songs as the Mass Banders make their way off the field. A dynamite halftime show with a dancing display from the band and the flag girls as well. Quite entertaining tonight here, Joel.
Yeah, absolutely. If you obviously you didn't get to see it all because we were obviously at the half. Had Trey Murray inside the Lions Den, had a great interview with him. But we do encourage you to come back here. Make sure you're a subscriber to our YouTube channel that you're watching right now, because after we get this game over with and move on throughout the night, we will make sure that as soon as we have it, we will upload the entire Mass Band Show to this YouTube channel. So we do invite you to stop back and check that out.
Well, a busy time here for fall sports as it's tournament time for the volleyballers in the area. Postseason will start this coming week. Central Lyon with a bye. They will have play off until Monday, October 22nd. They will play the winner of Boyden Hull and Rock Valley. That match will be in Rock Rapids at 7 o'clock p.m. on Monday, October 22nd. However, GLR, George Little Rock, they are playing. They will take on Harris Lake Park this coming Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. That match will be played in Lake Park. And a tough draw for George Little Rock right out the gate, having to play a very fierce Harris Lake Park team. So it should be a action-packed match for the Mustang ladies right out the gate in the postseason.
Yeah, we wish them the best of luck on Tuesday, and hopefully they can go over there and pull off the upset at Harris Lake Park. That'd be spectacular if the GLR girls could get that done.
14-7, the lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over Sioux Center here tonight at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids. As you can see, some of the scores around the area at the half here tonight. Joel, looks like we got some pretty good games going over the area here tonight.
You bet. Looking at District 1 play over there, Sheldon leading Okoboji 13-7 at the half. And MLC Floyd Valley playing pretty tough there with Boyden Hull Rock Valley. Boyden Hull Rock Valley up 21-7. There in the second quarter, very close to the half, and the Westline Wildcats up 27-0 on Sibley Cheaton, as you can see out there as well.
Here at Dick Null Field in Rock Rapids, a 14-7 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Sioux Center actually drew first blood here tonight in the first half, taking in the opening drive and marching it down the field, chewing up about half of the first quarter along the way. A 13-yard touchdown pass from Bleeker to Foltz. The point after was good, and about halfway into the first quarter, Sioux Center led it 7-0. The Lions needed an answer, and they answered immediately. They took their first offensive possession right down the field, capping it off with a 10-yard touchdown run from Cole Telford. The point after from Carter Carl was good. With 3:15 left in the first quarter, the Lions had tied it up at 7 apiece. We were tied at 7 at the end of quarter number 1. Lions put up the only score in the second quarter of play with 4:58 left in the first half. Lucas Nagel, a 6-yard touchdown run. Point after from Carter Krull, and the Lions led 14-7. However, the Lion defense just before the half with that goal line stand, Joel, resulting in a missed field goal for Sioux Center after everything erupted for Sioux Center thanks to the Lion defense late in that first half. That goal line stand by the Lion defense certainly a key, swinging the momentum back in the Lions' favor heading into the locker room.
Yeah, no kidding, Jay. Not only is it great to keep the other team off the board, but when you can keep them off the board that close to the half, and knowing that you're going to get the ball to start this second half, you can really blow a game wide open with that. I mean, just think of the difference here. If this game is tied at 14 going into the half, and we got to come out and hope to score to retake the lead. Now we get to come out with the lead and hopefully build on that and give us a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, an opportunity to really take control of this game and set the tone early on in the second half as the Lions will get the ball to start play off in the second half. Teams have yet to take the field. It looks like Sioux Center is just about to take the field to kick off half number 2 here tonight. Central Lyon George Little Rock taking advantage of the extended halftime with the Mass Band Show and still in the locker room, but the Lions will be out here before long and certainly getting back into the swing of things, getting accustomed to the temperature, getting warmed up, and getting ready for a good half of football here in the second half because those hits, they sting a little bit more when it's cold out.
Yeah, it's cold out there, but, you know, if we always talk about you got to learn how to play in the cold. If you ever want to be a program that makes deep playoff runs and moves down there, and you want to be a team that is competitive and known statewide, you better get used to playing when the weather's like this.
Yeah, if you're the hitter as opposed to the hittee, it stings a little less. And Sioux Center has taken the field. Central Lyon George Little Rock will come out to take the field as well here for half number 2. Still about 3 minutes or so away from the second half kickoff. We'll have that kickoff when we return. 14-7, Central Lyon George Little Rock leading Sioux Center at the half here tonight. You're listening to Lion Football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Small town values will never fade. Always finding a familiar face. A long lost friend with a helpful hand. Picking right up where you left off again. It's your hometown bank. In your own backyard. With people that you trust. It's the way you like to live. It's the way you like to bank.
Premier Bank, member FDIC.
But I literally didn't see your text.
Pizza Ranch legends.
Like
the
I was
husband who didn't text back about supper.
probably near a text dead zone. You've heard of a text dead zone, right?
It's only a legend, but just in case, there's all kinds of husband didn't text back about supper flavor at Pizza Ranch.
I'm totally getting taco pizza!
There's all kinds of that at Pizza Ranch.
Hi, this is Russell Forrest. It's a proven fact that as Americans, we're spending more time at work in order to make a living and less time with what we cherish most, our relationships with God, family, and friends. The staff at DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants in Rock Rapids and Laverne, is dedicated to working alongside you to accomplish all your business and personal financial needs. By partnering with DeNoble Austin & Company PC, you can spend more time with family, friends, and at church making the memories that are priceless.
Frontier Bank is more than a bank. We're a community. Banking locally with Frontier Bank means that your money circulates within the community, funding small business lending and benefiting our local citizens, farmers, and neighborhoods. Frontier Bank is a community bank with leading-edge technology, including interactive teller machines and mobile deposits. Keep your deposits local and our community strong with Frontier Bank.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids at the half, a 14-7 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock over Sioux Center. The Lions will get the ball to start off the second half here tonight. An extended halftime with the mass band show. Once again, Central Lyon and George Little Rock bands out in force tonight for the mass band show. Always a highlight of the fall season when we get that mass band show, and certainly it was one to remember here tonight. Great show put on by the Central Lyon and George Little Rock bands. And for those of you that couldn't be here, the show in its entirety will be uploaded onto our YouTube channel. So just check back for that and look for that. And as soon as we can, we'll get that uploaded to our YouTube channel. And you can enjoy the show in its entirety because you certainly won't want to miss it. It's well worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, Jay, we got not only did we have some good band, we had a good sound. I mean, when you get over 100 kids out there playing, and they're doing a fantastic job. They're playing some good music there, and then all of a sudden we had some dance moves going on.
Yeah, that kind of came out of left field and got the crowd up on its feet. A heavy round of applause from the crowd for the dancing that went on with the kids out there. So certainly fun to see the mass band show, and you'll have a chance to enjoy that as soon as we can. We'll get the show in its entirety uploaded to the YouTube channel. Back to football now, a 14-7 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lions returning the second half kick, or receiving the second half kick, I should say. Damon Walhoff will do the kicking for Sioux Center. Kick off things in half number 2. Once again, a 14-7 advantage for the Lions as we kick off quarter number 3. Woloff gets a signal from the official, approaches and gives the ball the boot. A low end-over-end kick. Addison Metzger once again at the 35. He'll take it out of bounds right about the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at the 38, and the Lions will take over with good starting field position once again.
It looked like a replay from the first time around. They just do that squib kick. They would rather give up field position than give up a deep kick and let a guy have a return at it like there. So, I mean, that's just the way Sioux Center plays, and they're going to give us the ball at the 38-yard line, and the Lions, great start here if they can get things going.
Power I formation for the Lions on 1st and 10. The hand will go to the second man through right side. I believe that was Metzger. Yes, Austin Metzger on the carry to the 40-yard line for a pickup of 2.
Yeah, Austin right there, and he was really close. We had that block pretty well. They were bringing everybody when we came out in the heavy package. And if we get one more block there, he's probably got first down yardage and more.
2nd down and 8 for the Lions from their own 40. The hand to Metzger again right side. And again, he's tripped up in the backfield, falls forward for a yard, and that will set up the Lions with a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, we are just really struggling out there right now, trying to pick up that one backer coming through. The same guy made the tackle both times, and there's lots of room behind him if we can get free.
3rd down and 7. Central Lion George Little Rock on their own 41, opening possession of the second half. A 14-7 advantage for the Lions. Looking for more. They're going to have to convert a big 3rd down early. Nagel in the shotgun, takes a snap, bobbles it, quarterback keep, and he's going to have to eat it back at the 38-yard line. So the Lions will go 3 and out on the first offensive possession of the second half.
Well, that is not how we wanted to start on that one, and I think Lucas was too busy looking at who he was going to hand the ball off to right there and forgot to catch the ball and bobbled it, and by that time Sioux Center was in our face.
Colton Bust to punt from his own 23, gives the ball the boot, a short one, an end-over-end kick. It will bounce inside the 40, inside the 30, and roll all the way down to the Sioux Center 25-yard line, where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10 on their opening offensive possession of half number 2.
Yeah, nice 38-yard punt there by Colton. Not the offensive set we wanted here. Didn't take much time off the clock, and gave it right back to him and punted away. The good news is we started with good enough field position. We were able to flip it with the punt from Bus.
1st down and 10 for Sioux Center. The ball on their own 25-yard line. As the Warriors will break the huddle, Bleeker will line up in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers to the right side and up back to his right as well as Bleeker calls it out, takes a snap, rolls right, an option pitch to Vonk. Vonk over right tackle across the 30 and out to the 32-yard line, a pickup of 7 on 1st down.
Yeah, Vonk is a tough runner. Anytime they get the ball in his hands and he can get a good first step, man, if he can get going downhill, he is tough to bring down. He runs right through you. And picks up 7-8 yards on that first down.
2nd down and 3 for Sioux Center with the ball on their own 33 as Bleeker will line up in the shotgun once again. Send trip receivers out to the left side, a single to the right. Vonk will stand to the left of Bleeker. As Bleeker calls it out, takes a snap, hands to Vonk right up the middle. He's met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Lions. No gain on the play.
And that's the best thing you can do. When Vonk gets that one, we need to hit him in the mouth right away and not let him get going. On that last play, he got it on the pitch out and was able to get a full head of steam. And like I said, he's tough to bring down. But if we can catch him right when he gets the ball, don't let him get going, we can get him in those positions. And now you're sitting down. Big 3rd down for the Lion defense.
3rd down and 3 for Sioux Center from their own 33-yard line. Bleeker in the shotgun with Vonk behind him. Twin receivers wide to the left side. Man in motion from left to right. That is Baumgars. Bleeker calls it out, takes a snap, fakes the hand of Vonk, drops back to pass, and the flat had a man but off of his hands and incomplete. Threw it a little too high for the intended receiver on the play. Cole Shutt, and it falls incomplete. 4th down for Sioux Center, and you would have to think the Warriors are going to punt here.
Yeah, that was a tough break right there because they had the running back out in the flat there and threw it a little bit behind him. He tried to make a play on the ball and was trying to run before he caught it and forgot to take the ball with him.
Bleeker will line up on his own 20-yard line, ready to boot the ball away. The Lion returners back on their own 33. As Bleeker will call for the snap on 4th and 3. It's a good snap, and Bleeker gets off a high end-over-end punt. Metzger will watch it go out of bounds somewhere around the 35. We'll wait and see. The official's going to walk. Actually went in well before that. The official's going to give the Lions the 40-yard line.
Wow, and we'll take that one
yes.
right again. Once again, Sioux Center is just deathly scared of our return men. They do not want to kick to them, and they kicked that punt to the sidelines. Last time they got the roll down the sidelines and got a bunch of extra yards. This time it goes wildly out of bounds at the 40, and Lions, once again, 1st and 10 with great field position. Now they need to do something with it.
On 1st and 10, Nagel, a quick hitter to the left side for Hymanson, and nothing there as Hymanson's hit and fumbles the ball. We'll see if he's down or not. Sioux Center's saying they have it, and the official says he's down.
Well, there's a lucky break once again for the Lions. Only going to pick up 1 yard on the quick hitter. That worked well against Okoboji. You were able to score twice on it last week. And this time Sioux Center read it well. Hymanson's got to make sure he secures that ball away. Luckily, he had the knee down.
2nd down and 9 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 41. Nagel in the shotgun, takes the snap, the hand to the motion man. That is Telford coming around right end. Telford cuts it upfield inside Sioux Center territory and out of bounds at the 47-yard line of the Warriors. That will be enough for a Lion 1st down.
Going to pick up 12 yards on that play, and they largely credit that one to the blocker downfield, Dylan Van Berkom. Just a phenomenal blocker on the edge out there. He's really shown it playing a lot in the JV games, and now he's gotten some varsity time, and he's really worked his way through.
1st down and 10 for the Lions from the Sioux Center 47. Nagel with a quick pass, left side once again, and the pass goes to Telford. Hymanson with the block, and no gain on the play when it's all said and done.
Yeah, trying to do that bubble screen, but nothing going on that one as Sioux Center's doing a great job of flying to the ball. We knew that coming in with this 3-5 defense that they play. They like to bring those linebackers, and they get to the ball in a hurry.
2nd and 10 from the Sioux Center 47 as Nagel will hand right up the middle to Vandentop. He's met in the backfield, and it's going to be a loss of 1 for the Lions on the play. Now a 3rd and 11 from the Sioux Center 48-yard line.
You know, this is where the Lions have found themselves a lot here throughout the first half, and now once again they're getting behind the chains. We see ourselves in a lot of 3rd and long situations, and luckily so far we've been able to pull ourselves out of it, but we got to start getting ahead of the sticks.
Nagel from the shotgun takes a snap, hands to Telford on the sweep, and his own lineman gets blocked right into him. Actually, that was Carter Krull. Telford's going to lose a yard when it's all said and done back to the 49-yard line, and some tough sledding for the Lions offensively early in the second half here.
Yeah, Sioux Center is just bringing about every linebacker with them there, and we just can't quite pick them up there. That time the linebacker came through, and Carter Krull got shoved right into Telford, and Telford luckily kept his feet, but still couldn't get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Buss will camp out on his own 38, ready to punt the ball back to Sioux Center. Gets a good snap and gets off a nice high end-over-end punt. And it will angle out of bounds right about the 20. We'll wait and see where the official says it went out of bounds. He will start from the, he's going to mark it right at the 17, it looks like. 17-yard line of Sioux Center, where the Warriors will take over 14-7. Central Lion George Little Rock with the lead on Sioux Center. 6:40 left to play in the opening, or in the 3rd quarter, I should say.
You know, Buss was trying to get a little bit better kick than that. I mean, we'll take it at the 17-yard line, but what he was hoping to do was get that thing to land at about the 10 and get a roll out of bounds and see if he couldn't pin him a little bit deeper. But nonetheless, you give Sioux Center the ball back again, and the defense is called on once again to try and step up.
1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 17. As we've got the Wildcat formation again, it looks like the hand going to go to Baumgars on the sweep around right end, and Baumgars looking for the sideline. Didn't have a whole lot going. The Lions stretched that out pretty good, maybe just a couple up to the 19-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he got about 2 yards. Carter Krull finally got to him to make the tackle on Matt Baumgars. But good job there by the defensive lineman and the other linebackers to kind of stretch that play out, make him run sideline to sideline before getting upfield.
2nd down and 8 for Sioux Center with the ball just shy of their own 20. Bleeker in the shotgun, twin receivers left, a single to the right with Vonk standing to his right. As Bleeker calls it out, fakes the hand to Vonk, throws over the middle, and the pass is dropped that time.
Looked like Dykeshorn, Charlie Dykeshorn. And a tough break there, the play action, and you've had Dykeshorn right there at the 1st down marker and hit him right in stride. They could have really busted a big one on that one, but once again, tough go for Bleecker. I mean, he's putting the ball where it needs to be. His receivers just aren't taking it home.
3rd down and 8 for Sioux Center, just shy of their own 20-yard line. 6:40 left in the first half. A 14-7 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Bleecker from the shotgun once again, this time on 3rd and 8, dropping back. A lob up for Vonk on the right side and off of his mitt and out of bounds, incomplete. And a 3 and out, it looks like, for Sioux Center offensively.
Yeah, they're going to bring up 4th down, another punting situation here. This time Bleecker just led the running back a little bit too far, trying that little wheel route, and get Vonk out in the open space once again. And Sioux Center forced to punt this ball away. I guess the good news for them is those incomplete passes at least stop the clock for them.
Bleecker will stand back on his own 6-yard line with 6:37 left in the 3rd quarter. Bleecker takes the snap and gets off the punt, a high, booming punt. Metzger will take it at the 39 of CLGLR across the 40, out to about the 42, where the Lions will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, Lions, once again, the defense comes up, they get the ball back, but now we need to start doing something with it. We've gotten great opportunities. It's the 3rd time we're going to start 40-yard line or better, and we haven't been able to move the ball at all. So, I mean, the offense has got to start clicking, and it all starts up front.
1st down and 10, Central Lyon George Little Rock from their own 42, leading it 14-7 and looking for more. Twin receivers to each side. Nagel in the shotgun takes a snap. The hand on the sweep around right end to Metzger. A flag on the play. Metzger will be dropped for a 2-yard loss back at the 40-yard line and probably going to be a hold on the penalty.
Yeah, you're going to get a holding call. And actually, I was just going to say that we need to hang on to those blocks a little bit longer because the guy that got the hold on still able to come up and make the play. The linebacker making his way through. And Caden Huseman was out there, and then you also had Vanentop. Vanentop got a hit on him, but then took off and left him, and he got free and able to get in the backfield and knock us down.
Officials going to walk it off from the 40-yard line back to the 30. So Central Lyon George Little Rock now with a 1st down and about 22 from their own 30-yard line. 6:20 left to play in the 3rd quarter. 14-7 the advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock over Sioux Center. Nagel will line up in the shotgun on what is now a 1st and 22 for the Lions. A lot of penalties here tonight. Twin receivers to each side and up back standing to Nagel's right. As Nagel takes a snap, rolls out right, looking to pass. He'll set up the screen across to the left side for Vanentop. Vanentop tiptoes through the defense across the 30 and planted right at the 30, so ultimately no gain on the play.
You know, and right there, it looked like it was set up pretty nice, and it looked like we were going to get a good gain out of that one. But the offensive linemen out in front just let their guys go again, not holding on to the blocks long enough to allow Vanentop to have the room to take off and run.
2nd down and 22 for the Lions. Nagel in the shotgun with trip receivers right. Takes a snap. Quarterback keep up the middle, and Nagel will sidestep a defender up to about the 33. And that will set up a 3rd and about 19 for the Lions.
Yeah, nothing going there as Lucas tried to fake the throw and then take off on the quarterback draw in there. But Sioux Center, very active defensively. The linebackers are doing well. That time the D tackles did a good job of collapsing on him, not giving him very many yards. 3rd down and long, and the Lions will have to come up with something big again.
3rd down and 19 for the Lions from their own 33. Nagel from the shotgun rolls out to the right, looking down the middle of the field, and he'll throw it up for Carter Krull. Tipped and incomplete, I should say. Dykeshorn with a nice defensive play, just able to bat the ball away.
Yeah, Dykeshorn just jumped underneath the route. Carter had a chance after it was tipped. Didn't have the footing there, but the Lions, once again, another 3 and out, and we're going to have to rely on the foot of Colton Buss once again. Let's hope he can get a good leg into one.
Colton Buss back on his own 19, it looks like this time by. Ready to boot the ball away, and it looks like they drew Sioux Center offside, so the Lions will get a little bit of yardage back with 4:50 left in the 3rd quarter.
Well, you know, and, when you're in a tight game like this, getting an extra 5 yards here for this kick and letting Colton take a few steps forward, those are big things. When you're only in a 1-touchdown game, field position becomes pretty important. And if he can boom a good kick here and get it over top of the head of the return man, we could be in good position again.
Buss now on his own 24, gets a good snap and gets off a high punt, but a very short punt. It's an end-over-end punt, and it will camp out at the 40-yard line, take a backwards roll for Sioux Center to the 42. And first down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 42-yard line with 4:40 left in the third quarter. Central Lyon George Little Rock up 14-7. And Sioux Center's offense now, as the defenses have begun to take over, will come back out on the field.
Yeah, nobody's offense has really been able to get things going, but for Sioux Center, they've been close, Jay. They've called a few really good plays, and they've been right there. They just haven't been able to convert. Had a couple of passes that just dropped on their end, and we keep giving them opportunities, and eventually they're going to cash in. So our offense has got to come out and really help the defense out the next time around.
First down and 10 for the Warriors from their own 42. As we'll get a shotgun formation, the fake hand to Baumgars, and Dykeshorn will keep it up the middle to the 47-yard line. Pick up a 5 on first down.
Yeah, and just straight ahead running there. I like it when they use Dykeshorn as that running back in that Wildcat formation, but I still think that they need to get Sam Vonk the ball as many times as they absolutely can. If they can get him the touches he needs, he's going to be able to deliver for him.
Second down and 5 for Sioux Center from their own 47. Bleeker in at quarterback in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers to the left as Bleeker takes a snap, the hand over the left side, and this carry on the play.
This Cameraman.
Good play, or a good carry, I should say, by Cameraman to the 46 of CLGLR, and that'll be enough for a Sioux Center first down.
They're going to be about a 6 to 8 yard play there for Cameraman.
First down and 10 for the Warriors on the Lion 46-yard line. 4 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. A 14-7 advantage for CLGLR as the clock stopped for the ball carrier going out of bounds. Trip receivers to the right, a single receiver left. As the Warriors will line up on first and 10, direct snap to Dykeshorn, and Dykeshorn around right tackle will carry inside the 45 down to the 44.
Yeah, Lions are ready for that one. I think, that's kind of a key there. If Dykeshorn goes into that quarterback spot, you got to expect that he's going to run the ball, and the Lions able to key on him that time and get to him for only a short gain.
Second down and 8 for Sioux Center with the ball spotted on the 44 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. As Bleeker in at quarterback once again in the shotgun formation. Twin receivers left, a single receiver right. Baumgars in motion left to right. Bleeker will fake the hand of Baumgars, drop back to pass, lets one rip down the right sideline, incomplete behind the intended receiver, Eli Hibma.
Hibma not even close on that play, but it's probably a good thing that he didn't catch that ball, because I think the official probably would have thrown a flag for offensive pass interference. He got two hands on Cole Telford and shoved off to get himself the space he was going to need.
Third down and 8 for Sioux Center on the 44-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 3:20 left in the third quarter. 14-7, the Lions with the advantage. Bleeker in the shotgun, twin receivers to the left. Vonk will stand to his right. Man sliding across in motion from left to right. Now Baumgars will come in motion from left to right. He'll take the hand from Bleeker, cut it up on right tackle, flag on the play. Baumgars is going to be dropped about 2 yards shy of the first down, but the flag in the area of a hold.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt right there because he picked up about 7 yards. Would have been about a fourth down and a long one, but a holding penalty here is going to bring that one back. And, obviously at 4th and 1 inside the 40, they would probably go for it. But this time they're going to be shoved way back, going to be third down even longer. And this might actually force them into a punting situation if we can get a stop this time around.
Ball carry down at the 38-yard line. Officials will mark it off from the spot of the foul at the 43 back to the 47 of Sioux Center. So now a third down and long for the Warriors from their own 47-yard line. Following their penalty. Third down and about 17 yards for the Warriors. Ball spotted on their own 47-yard line. 3:08 left to play in the third quarter. Clock on the move. A 14-7 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock over Sioux Center in this District 1 2A matchup here tonight. Twin receivers to each side. Bleeker in the shotgun on third and long for the Warriors. Bleeker, long snap count, takes a snap, dropping back to pass. Bleeker looking over the middle of the field under pressure, scrambles out to the left side. Now for the left sideline, just overthrows everybody, and the pass will fall incomplete. Zeke Foltz, the only receiver in the area, but Bleeker looked like was just content to throw that one away.
Yeah, Bleeker was feeling the pressure on that one. He tried to step up into the pocket and was getting swarmed by purple jerseys and just able to Hail Mary that over everybody's head, make sure nobody was going to catch it. And that penalty showing how huge it was, Jay. Here it is, 4th down and long, and instead of going for it, Sioux Center's dropping back in a punting formation.
Bleeker will line up back on his own 35-yard line, ready to give the ball the boot here for the Warriors. As Bleeker calls for it, gets the snap and gets off a low end-over-end punt. This one's returnable, a high hop for Cole Telford at the 11-yard line. Telford picks it up across the 15, breaks for the far sideline. He's got blockers, flag on the play. As Telford is going to take this into Sioux Center territory, he's going to take it to the house, but the flag on the backside of the play is going to take this one back, I believe.
Yeah, going to be about a 90-yard return, but do believe it's not going to go for anything. You might get a block in the back over there on the weak side.
Flag came immediately right on the return.
And I think it happened right when Cole made that cut. He was coming up the field, then cut to the outside. And I think the Lion blockers got turned around on that one, and they're going to get called for that block in the back.
Yeah, Parker Netton is pleading his case with the coaches over here on the CLGLR sideline, so I believe Netton may be the guilty party here for the block in the back.
Well, and I think what they're discussing is that when we set up a punt block or a punt return right, and you're on the left side, you're on the weak side, usually that block in the back has nothing to do with the play. So that's probably the worst part is that the play, the penalty had nothing to do with the play, but you still got called for it, and it negates a touchdown.
And on top of that, the field position here is really going to swing after this penalty, as the Lions will have to take over deep in their own territory now. With 2:20 left to play in the third quarter, defenses have been in control of this third quarter as we've started off the second half here tonight. A 14-7 lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock. And following the block in the back penalty, the Lions will take over from about their own 12-yard line, first down and 10.
Well, if this is about the time, if your offense is going to get things going and get things back on track, this is a great time to do it.
Twin receivers to each side on first down. The hand will go up the middle. And no gain on the play as the ball carrier for the Lions stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and it looked like it was Trey Murray on the carry.
Yeah, nothing doing on that one. Trey trying to go forward on that, but here they are. They're bringing linebackers. They're bringing 3 linebackers every time on us, and they know exactly what's going on. They're reading the snap count very well, and it's tough to get anything going. And we're going to have to try and make some adjustments on the blocking up front.
Second down and 10 for the Lions with the ball spotted on their own 12. A sweep to Austin Metzger over the right side, and Metzger will be dropped back at the 11-yard line. Loss of 1 on the play. Now a 3rd and 11 for the Lions.
Lions just can't quite get to all the blitzing backers here for Sioux Center. They're really having a good game here. They made some great adjustments at the half end of the Lions. I think if we can get to them and block them and get out in the open, we're going to have some big plays. But Sioux Center is just doing a phenomenal job defensively of making sure they get to us.
1:15 left in the third quarter. Clock on the move. Lions lead it 14-7. 3rd and 11. The hand on the counter over the right side to Murray. Will carry across the 15 to the 16-yard line for 5. And the Lions will have another 3 and out forced to punt it away.
Man, that block in the back call really hurts you now. As I said, the offense has really struggled here in the second half to get things going. And now we're going to give them the ball with some outstanding field position.
Colton Buss on his own 3 and a bad punt.
He has been so good at punting all year long, and now he's just had back-to-back just awful punts. And what was going to be good field position is now amazing field position.
30-yard line of Central Lyon George Little Rock just looked like it shanked right off the right side of his foot, straight out of bounds at the 30 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. So Sioux Center a chance to tie this ball game up. 42 seconds left to play in the third quarter. 14-7, the Lions out front, and Sioux Center will threaten now, taking over first and 10 on the Lion 30-yard line.
Lions have given them every opportunity, but the defense has been able to stand up.
Bleeker in the shotgun, all by himself in the backfield, takes a snap, rolls out right side, pass in the flat is caught by Baumgars. Flag on the play, as Baumgars will be drugged down at about the 26-yard line. We'll see what the flag on the play is for. It was in the direction of the offensive line.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a hold there on the outside by Zeke Foltz, because he was the man in charge of trying to get after Colton Buss, and just wrapped him up and just held on to him. You're going to get a holding call again.
The official will make the presentation to the audience, and the call will be a holding on the Warriors, I should say. That will push Sioux Center back to the 38-yard line, and now a first down and 18 for the Warriors, the 38 of Central Lyon George Little Rock.
Colton Buss is so tough out there. Like I said, he is such a good defensive end out there. He's so fast, he's so strong that all these little guys can do is hold on to him, and finally you're getting the calls from the officials, and that's really helping us out.
Bleeker in the shotgun, takes a snap, the hand of Vonk right up the middle, and Vonk will carry inside the 35 down to the 34. A 4-yard pickup on first down, and now a second down and about 14 for the Warriors if they elect to run another play before the third quarter runs out.
You know, and that's the first time that we've seen him run the ball in quite some time. He's so good, and they just don't use him out there, and it's really tough to see.
Sioux Center looks like they'll clock it. That will bring us to the end of the third quarter of play. After 3 complete, Central Lyon George Little Rock leading Sioux Center 14-7. This is Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Frontier Bank is more than a bank. We're a community. Banking locally with Frontier Bank means that your money circulates within the community, funding small business lending and benefiting our local citizens, farmers, and neighborhoods. Frontier Bank is a community bank with leading-edge technology, including interactive teller machines and mobile deposits. Keep your deposits local and our community strong with Frontier Bank.
Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, along with Joel Viss, I am Jay Kelly. 14-7, Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on Sioux Center as we head to quarter number 4. 12 minutes up on the board. A second down and 14 for the Sioux Center Warriors with the ball on the 34 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. And a big start to quarter number 4 here for this Lion defense.
Yeah, well, it's been a big start this whole second half. The offenses haven't done anything in the second half so far, and our defense has been able to keep standing up here, and hopefully they can get it done one more time.
Second down and 14 for the Warriors. Bleeker will line up in the shotgun with Baumgars in motion. Bleeker dropping back to pass, looks over the middle, intercepted, pick off by Carter Krull, and he's taking it the other way to the 45 to the 50 out of bounds. Huge hit from the quarterback Bleeker, and they're going to throw a flag on it.
Wow, they're going to get him for going high and going up on the head at the sidelines on Carter Krull. He just dipped the shoulder. Now the question will be, that's 15 yards. Will they go with a targeting call? Because if you get a targeting call, you miss the next game too, and that'd be really bad for Bleeker.
We're on the 49-yard line where the return from Krull was, the 49 of Sioux Center. Now we'll see what the officials elect here. It looked like it was a shoulder hit by Bleeker. I don't think the helmet was involved in any way, shape, or form, but he did go high with the shoulder. Of course, that could be a height advantage for Bleeker over Krull too.
Yeah, and I don't think he meant for any.
He just wanted to pop him. He threw an interception. He wanted to pop somebody.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a hard hit and a frustration penalty. I mean, I think he deserves the 15 for it, but definitely I hope they don't give him a targeting call.
I don't think there was any intent there, but we'll wait and see. Well, they're going to call it helmet-to-helmet contact, so a 15-yard personal foul. From the 49, that'll take it down to the 34-yard line where the Lions now, this Lion offense, you've gotten a gift here courtesy of Carter Crowell, and you need to cash in on this.
Absolutely. I mean, our offense hasn't done anything in the second half, and now you're gifted the ball. Here, your defense has been able to hold you up. Your offense needs to come out. We need to execute here as we're going to take over inside the 35-yard line. And this is your time to punch one in, go up by 2 scores, and put this game away in the fourth quarter.
Ball spotted on the 34-yard line of Sioux Center. First down and 10 for the Lions with 11:51 left in the fourth quarter. Lions lead it 14-7. Nagel from the shotgun, the hand to Vandertop up the middle, hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll keep the legs moving and really no gain on the play, and the Lions will face a 2nd and 10.
You know, the tough part about that is we're tiptoeing. We're not running as hard as we were in the first half. When we handed it to Tanner, we were really blowing through the line of scrimmage, and we're just kind of tiptoeing and can't quite find our way. And that's something that's got to open up, and we're going to need a little bit of energy here in this fourth quarter.
Second down and 10 for the Lions. A split receiver 2 each side as Nagel will line up in the shotgun. Fakes the hand of Vandertop. Quarterback keep over right tackle. Nagel's got room to roam. Breaks off the defensive contact. It carries defenders inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Tough run from the QB.
Yeah, 17 yards out of Lucas Nagel. That's what we need to see. That's the guy we want. He's our superstar. He's our quarterback. And he took it on him. He had 5 Sioux Center guys on him. The last guy finally just leaped on the pile to try and bring him down.
First down and 10 for the Lions from the Sioux Center 17. Nagel takes the snap, hands to Vandertop up the middle, and the big bull will carry it down to the 10-yard line. Pickup of 7 on first down.
See, now there's that spark right there. Lucas gives us it. There, he gets a big run like there. There you hand off to Tanner, and Tanner just exploded through the line of scrimmage. That's good, tough running, and that's what we need to do.
Second down and about 3 from the Sioux Center 10. The hand goes to Vandertop up the middle. Picked up a couple, but a flag coming in from the far sideline.
I think we're going to get 2 guys moving at the same time. I think you're going to get that illegal shift on the Lions this time.
10:42 left in the fourth quarter. A 14-7 advantage for Central Lion George Little Rock over Sioux Center. Lions looking to up that lead to a couple of possessions here, but facing a second and about 4, they have the illegal motion penalty. Officials will spot it back at the 16-yard line of Sioux Center. So now a second down and about 9 for the Lions.
Well, and you know, these officials, they're going to have to wash their hankies after today. I mean, it's a muddy field out there, and they've thrown them a lot in this game.
Yeah, a lot of penalties here tonight. Nagel in the shotgun, Vandertop to his left. Split receiver to each side. Krull in motion, make that Telford. Nagel takes a high snap and just keeps it himself. He'll more or less have to eat it. Don't know if he was planning on running with it or what the case was, but no gain on the play, and a 3rd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, the snap just wasn't there, and that just disrupts everything because when the snap's high like that, and you can see Lucas signaling over to the sidelines there, the snap was up around his head, and you can't get the handoff to the running back if you want to, or if you're trying to sell the fake, it takes that away as well.
3rd and 10 for the Lions from the 17 of Sioux Center. Nagel in the shotgun with Vandertop to his left. Vandertop will take the hand. No, fake handoff to Vandertop. The pass in the flat for Telford is too high and incomplete. Now 4th down. We'll see what the Lions elect to do here. Field goal attempt. You're looking at about 34 yards.
You know, and that is within Carter Crowell's range. He can do it here, and, you know, that might be something. The way the offense is played, 10-point advantage might be something you want to go for. It looks like that's the Lions' choice.
Ball is smack dab in the middle of the field, and it looks like they'll set up right about the 24. Yeah, so a 34-yard field goal from Carter Krull coming up. Snap from Trey Murray, the hold from Van Berkom. As we await the snap is good. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it looks like it's going to be off of the goal post. No good.
It was tough, man. It had the line there. I mean, it didn't have the line, but it had the leg. It looked like he was going to get it right over top the bar, but about 3-4 feet up the hill, it hits the hits the sidebar, and Lions come away with nothing.
So Sioux Center will take over once again as the stalemate continues here in the second half. 9:50 left in a scoreless fourth quarter. 14-7, Central Lion George Little Rock with the lead over Sioux Center. A scoreless second half altogether.
Well, and it's been an ugly offensive half out there because both teams have had it deep in their own other territory, just can't capitalize.
First down and 10 for Sioux Center. They'll take over on their own 20. Bleeker from the shotgun will hand right up the middle to Vonk. Vonk breaks it out left side, puts the shoulders down, and he'll carry to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line.
Yeah, another big run there for Sam Vonk, and this is the problem here is they keep getting big runs out of him, but then after that they go away from him, and they find themselves deep behind the chains and can't get out of it.
Second down and 3 for Sioux Center from their own 27. Bleeker in the shotgun, split receiver wide to the right, everybody else in tight. As Bleeker takes a snap, the hand to Vonk right up the middle, and Vonk will get the first down and more as he carries out to the 34-yard line of Sioux Center, and the Warriors move the chains.
You know, he's just following his blockers right there, kept the head down and just pumping the legs, and that's pretty easy 7 yards there for Sioux Center, and if I'm the Warriors, man, I just keep handing it to that guy.
Yeah, give it to your playmaker. First down and 10 for Sioux Center with the ball on their own, we'll say their own 33, as Bleeker will line up in the shotgun formation once again. On first and 10, he'll hand on the counter over the left side to Fultz, and Fultz will carry for a first down all the way down to the 47-yard line of Sioux Center. It was actually a Cameraman on the carry. The 46 of Sioux Center will be a first down.
Yeah, nice big run there. As that time they got 2 big runs out of Vonk, and we start trying to key on him. They just slide in the counter play to Cameraman, the quick little sophomore, and easy first down once again. And Sioux Center's got something rolling.
Yeah, starting to take over the line of scrimmage here. First and 10 for the Warriors from their own 46. Bleeker in the shotgun, twin receivers to the right as Bleeker passes out on the right side and incomplete, just in front of Baumgars. Carter Krull picked it up and ran with it, but it is going to be called an incomplete forward pass. So second and 10 for Sioux Center from their own 46. With 8:41 left in the fourth quarter, 14-7, Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead.
You know, that's the best thing you can do, though, if you're Carter. Go out there and make that official think about whether that was a forward pass or not, you know, and maybe next time you get away with one.
Second down and 10 for Sioux Center from their own 46. Bleeker in the shotgun, calls it out, takes a snap, hands to Vonk, left side, nothing doing there. And again, that was Cameraman, not Vonk. And the Lions come up huge on that play from the right side of the defensive line.
Yeah, going to knock him down for a loss of 2 on that one. Third down and long here for Sioux Center. Lions looking to stand up on the defensive side again. And they need to force a 0-yard or a negative play here and force Sioux Center to punt that ball away, because I think if Sioux Center can get at least half the yards or at least get past the 50, they might be tempted to go for it.
Third down and 12 for the Warriors from their own 44. Bleeker will line up in the shotgun, twin receivers wide to each side as Bleeker takes a snap, fakes a pass to the left, looking over the middle, and the pass incomplete. Wanted Vonk over the middle on a screen set up to the middle right, but incomplete pass, and now a fourth and long for Sioux Center. Probably forced to punt with 7:55 left to play yet.
Yeah, just a little bit too much congestion right there. We had 2 guys coming out there. You had Huseman and Buss coming right in his face and had their hands up, and then Vonk kind of got lost in the shuffle down there in the pile and couldn't get free. And, yeah, like I said, it's probably wise. The way your defense has been playing, you can punt this ball away and hopefully you can get another chance.
Telford and Metzger will camp out inside their own 25 as Bleeker will line up on his own 33, ready to punt the ball away. Bleeker awaiting the snap, gets a good snap and gets off a high spiraling punt. Metzger will take it off the hop at the 26. Nothing doing there. He'll be brought down at the 25. Metzger and Krull both kind of reached for it off of the hop there. 24 is where they'll spot it, where the Lions will take over. First and 10, 7:46 left to play, and the Lions nursing a 14-7 lead.
Wow, you know, and there was some more of the confusion and the miscommunication that we've seen this whole second half out there as Metzger and Telford, both of them tried to grab that ball and end up tying each other up and allowing the defense to come down and knock them down for no return.
First down and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 24. Nagel from the shotgun will hand it right up the middle. And Trey Murray on the carry, I believe, to the 27-yard line for a pickup of about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, Trey comes in there. Trey had a nice game last week. He came in and able to give Tanner a little bit of break there. Tanner moves up into a power back spot and becomes a blocker more or less. And they say that Trey has a lot quicker first step, so they like to use that to their advantage. and hopefully they can get some things going.
2nd and 7. Quarterback keep up the middle for Nagel. Makes a man miss. Carries to the 30, maybe the 31. And a pickup of about 3 or 4 on the play. That will set up the Lions with a 3rd down and manageable here. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, 3rd down and 3 is not bad for us right here. We've got a lot of options out there that we can choose from. You know, we don't become so one-dimensional, and we've got ourselves some opportunities. Hopefully the offensive line can get it done. You got to kind of rely on them, as Sioux Center's really been blitzing a lot here in the second half, and we really need to pick it up here. A 1st down here would be huge for the Lions.
6:39 left in regulation. Lions lead by 7. 3rd and 3 from their own 31. Nagel on the quarterback keep. He'll maybe get a yard to the 32, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's just tough there. You got to go with your playmaker, but you still got to get out and block for him. You know, you pick up that 1st down, you're able to knock off another 2 to 3 minutes off the clock there and really make this a tight game and maybe give your defense a little bit more room. But now we're forced to punt away. And Buss has had back-to-back bad punts, so we could really use a good one this time.
Buss will camp out on his own 18, ready to give the ball the boot. Gets a good snap and gets off a high spiraling punt. Will be fielded by Dykeshorn at the 35. Makes a man miss. Crosses the 40, the 45, and out to the 49 of Sioux Center. So the Warriors taking over near midfield with 5:54 left to play in regulation. A 14-7 advantage for Central Lyon George Little Rock. And CLGLR and Sioux Center, what a surprise. We'll be going down to the wire here again tonight.
Yeah, these guys are just going out of here. The defenses are just having a chess match out here. Who can outduel who? And but you got to expect here with about 5 minutes to play left in this game, Sioux Center they're not gonna punt to us anymore. They're gonna go for it as much as they can.
1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 49. Bleeker in the shotgun, twin receivers to the right. Now Baumgars will come across in motion from right to the left. Bleeker with a motion man now. That's Dykeshorn from left to right. Baumgars will follow from left to right. A lot of motion. The hand will go to Vonk up the middle, and Vonk breaks it out to the 46 of CLGLR. And a nice 5 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, Vonk did a good job there. We had a guy there trying to make the pile for him, and he just kind of hurdled that first attempt there and kept it going for a good 5-yard gain.
2nd down and a 5 for Sioux Center. The ball spotted on the 46 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. 5:29 left in the 4th quarter. Clock on the move. The Lions lead it 14-7. Sioux Center facing a 2nd and 5. Split receiver wide to the right. Man in motion is Baumgars from right to left. The hand will go to Vonk over the left side, just tripped up inside the 45, down at about the 42. Looks like he might be just a yard shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, going to be just shy, and another big 3rd down here for the Lions, as they're going to have to come with everything they got. Hopefully they can get a negative play, and because Sioux Center is going to go for it on 4th down. So if we can get a loss and get them behind the line of scrimmage, and make 4th down a little bit tougher for them.
3rd down and a yard for the Warriors on the 42 of CLGLR. Bleeker from the shotgun, hands to Vonk up the middle. He's piled up upon, but I believe his forward progress got him to the 41. Just all going to depend on the ball spot here.
Yeah, I think he's got enough for it. He was able to get to the 1st down marker. Wow, they're not even going to measure this. They're going to say he's short.
4th down. They're going to put him about a foot short, it looks like.
I thought he fell forward enough to get it, but they're not going to give it to him.
4th down and short for Sioux Center. Obviously, they'll be going for it here just outside the 41 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Bleeker in the shotgun, twin receivers right. Slide a motion man across to the right side. And now Baumgars will come across in motion from right to left. Bleeker calls it out. The fake hand to Vonk. Pass in the flat, and it is complete at the 40-yard line to the 39-yard line. Picking it up is Kammerman, and a big catch right there as he almost dropped that one.
Yeah, that was pretty gutsy on their part to try and get Kammerman out there with that ball. And like I said, he just about dropped it. That would have been a huge play if he can't convert.
3:48 left to play. Clock will start once again. 1st and 10 for Sioux Center on the 39 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Lion defense digging in to protect a 14-7 lead. Bleeker in the shotgun. Calls it out on 1st and 10. Pitches out to Vonk over the left side, and Vonk will be met by a host of Lions right about the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Yeah, the Meyer brothers right there just all over Vonk, as the first one coming through is Kalen from the outside linebacker spot. He got the first a touch on him, and then he just runs right into Jarrett and goes nowhere.
Second down and 10 for Sioux Center on the 39 of CLGLR. Trip receivers to the right, a single receiver left. Bleeker in the shotgun with Vonk standing to his right as Bleeker takes a snap, dropping back to pass. Whips one right side, incomplete behind the intended receiver. Baumgart's on the play, and a 3rd and 10 coming up for the Warriors. Interesting, they're going with the passing game here yet.
Yeah, trying to get to the outside on there, and I don't know if they saw anything that they think they can utilize that passing game against us. But I think if you're going to do it, Jay, this would probably be about that time that you're going to see that vertical pass that they've tried on us twice that Carter Krall's been caught on. I would expect to be looking for that one.
Clock will stop with 2:58 left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 10 for Sioux Center on the 39 of CLGLR. Twins right, a single to the left as Bleeker from the shotgun calls it out. Bleeker takes a snap, looking to the right side, deep down the right sideline, overthrows everybody. And a 4th and 10 coming up for Sioux Center.
Yeah, that wasn't even close out there. And you actually had the underneath man coming around there was Matt Baumgart. He was trying to do an out route, but as soon as he went to cut, he slipped and fell. But Bleeker just launched it way down the field and never gave anybody an opportunity.
4th and 10 for the Warriors. Ball spotted on the 39 of Central Lyon George Little Rock. Clock stopped on the incompletion with 2:53 left to play. 14-7, Sioux Center, or I should say Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead. And the Lion defense will dig in one more time. On 4th and 10, Bleeker from the shotgun takes a snap, fakes the pass to the left, now deep down the left sideline, and the pass incomplete. Great defensive coverage by Austin Metzger on the play. He was right in the back pocket of the intended receiver.
You know, he did a good job there. He ran with the receiver, got the one hand out there to find him with the left hand, then turned around, looked back for the ball, and made a play on the ball. Like I said, these officials have been pretty flag happy out there. But he played that so well, made sure he looked for it, and then made a play on the ball that they could not throw the pass interference call. So the Lions will take over 1st down and 10. And nothing fancy on this one, Jay. You got under 3 minutes to play.
Right.
You just need a 1st down.
Yeah. Let Sioux Center use up all their timeouts. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Ball spotted on their own 39. Power I formation we go. Nagel will line up under center, call it out, hand to the second man through on the left side. That is Metzger. He'll carry up to the 42, 3 yards on 1st down. 2:39 left in the fourth quarter. Clock continues to move. Sioux Center is going to hold on to those timeouts for the time being.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to wait and use those timeouts maybe for the offensive side. And they're going to just let the defense see if they can do it. And why not? Because the Lions really haven't proven much on the offensive side yet.
Very true. 2nd down and 7 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Ball on their own 42. You can bet with the clock running, Lions will take up all the time they can here. Nagel under center with the power I formation behind him. Takes a snap. The hand to Metzger left side. Metzger across the 45 to the 46-yard line. And a tough 4 yards. Now Sioux Center will call timeout with 2 minutes exactly left to play in quarter number 4. First timeout called by the Warriors. They're actually going to give Metzger the 47 on the carry. So that will set the Lions up with a 3rd down and about 3.
You know, and this might actually help them out here. They're going to set up, they're going to call that timeout 3rd down. Make us make a decision here. Are we going to throw on 3rd down and give them a chance to stop the clock, or are we going to try and run the ball at them again and make them use their 2nd timeout? Well, if they do get a stop on us and we get that 2nd timeout used, they're still going to have one in their back pocket for themselves. But, you know, at this position, Jay, if we go for it here on 3rd down and we get 2 yards or so on this one and we have a 4th and 1, that's going to be your opportunity when you're going to see Lucas come out in the punt formation, and he's going to have a chance to maybe run that fake or give that ball the boot.
3rd down and 3. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the ball on their own 47. Sioux Center using their first timeout of the second half. They got 2 remaining. Lions with all 3, but no need for them to use any. They've got 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter and a 7-point lead. Power I formation behind Nagel in the backfield. Nagel under center, takes a snap. The hand to Metzger left side. He'll dive for the 48. He's going to be about a yard shy, and Sioux Center is going to use the second timeout with 1:55 left to play in the fourth quarter.
And here it comes. You know Lucas is going to have this one. They're going to give him that option. Wow, they're going to say first down?
No, they called a timeout for Sioux Center, but they did give him a spot just shy of the 49. He's only going to be a few chain links shy.
That's close. I'd make a measure that one. If I was Coach Eben, I'd ask for it, and they will bring the chains out. They're going to check this out.
You've got a timeout right now anyway. You might as well bring those chains across. 1:55 in the fourth quarter, 14-7. Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on Sioux Center, and a fourth down and very short for the Lions with the ball just shy of their own 49-yard line. Well, you'd really think you line up in that power I, and Lucas Nagel with his size just has to fall forward.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even fake that punt. If you're going to go for it on this, like I said, line up in that power formation and just do that quarterback sneak and run forward on it.
The chain gang comes out to the far side hash mark, and it is about a half a yard, good half a yard here that the Lions are shy.
We're just shy of the 49. We need to be just across the 49 to get that first down.
Right, good half a yard, we'll call it, for the Lions here. 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Sioux Center with one timeout remaining. 14-7 the lead for Central Lyon George Little Rock, and they convert this fourth down. That could about seal the deal.
Looks like they are going to bring the power package out, and the Lions are going to try and knock and put this one away.
Nagel will line up under center with the power I formation behind him, and now the Lions going to call a timeout offensively.
You know, and that might be Coach Eben wanting to see what, if they come out in the power, what is Sioux Center going to bring for a defense up there? It looked like they were going to cram all 11 guys in the box, and they were going to submerge on that quarterback sneak.
Yeah, it looked like they had 4 or 5 guys on the ball right there. So they had a pretty good idea of what the Lions were going to do right there, assuming that the quarterback sneak was the call. And I don't know why it would be anything else right now with fourth and about half a yard when you got a quarterback well over 6 foot tall.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and, you know, you just put this on your offensive lineman. Don't even put it on your quarterback. You tell your offensive lineman we need half a yard. It's on you to get it, and that you expect them to get lower, get the push, and get you ahead there.
1:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. 14-7, Central Lyon George Little Rock with the lead on Sioux Center. It was a 14-7 game at the half here tonight, and this one's going right down to the wire. A scoreless second half for both teams. Following the Lion timeout, fourth down and half a yard. Nagel under center. Power I formation behind him. Everybody on top of the ball for Sioux Center defensively. The hand? No, the fake hand. It's Nagel on the naked boot, left side. He's got the first down and more. He'll carry to the Sioux Center 32-yard line. Lions with a fresh set of downs, and that should seal the deal. Actually, the 31 of Sioux Center.
Wow, the naked bootleg on 4th and inches, and it worked to perfection.
Beautiful fake by Nagel to Metzger over the left side. Ran the naked boot around left end. Sioux Center will burn their last time out with 1:47 left to play.
You know, and I think, Jay, even if they would have handed it off to Metzger, we had a great block up front. And I think if we had handed that one off, Metzger would have got the first down. It looked like he had a huge hole to run through. But credit the offensive coordinator, Jeff Cruz, for the going out there. We're going to go for it on fourth down. And I think he definitely saw that. When he saw what kind of defense was coming and watched him sell out on that middle run, he knew what was coming, and that was the perfect time to go naked boot.
First down and 10, Central Lyon George Little Rock on the 31 of Sioux Center. Big District 1 2A matchup here tonight at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. And barring a disaster, the Lions should be walking off the home field with a win here tonight.
Yeah, Lions did a good job there. Sioux Center obviously burning their final timeout. Lions just need to, like I said, secure the ball here and run a few more plays, and they should be able to run this one out.
First down and 10 from the Sioux Center 31. The power I formation in as Nagel will line up under center. Hand the ball left side to Metzger, and Metzger will carry to about the 28, maybe the 27. Clock will roll. 14-7, the advantage for CLGLR. Ball spotted just inside the 28 of Sioux Center.
Yeah, and the Lions should be able to run the ball pretty well on this one. You got to expect that was just deflating there, that first down. And Sioux Center knowing that they're basically out of timeouts here and they need a big play. And here's your chance you can capitalize and maybe put one on them here right at the end.
2nd down and 6 for the Lions with the ball spotted just inside the 28 of Sioux Center. Nagel will hand to Metzger left side once again, and Metzger will plow forward to the 25-yard line. Clock will dip inside of 1 minute left to play.
Lions obviously going to go for it again on 4th down if they get the opportunity inside the 30-yard line. You just want to make sure you get positive yards on this. Pick up another 2 or 3 yards, make it 4th down and manageable, and get yourself set up. And like I said, if you work this out right, you may not even have to run another play.
No, I believe this could be the final play of the game right here. The play clock at 5, the game clock at 29. Lions will run it all the way down and to call a timeout with 23, 22, 21 seconds left, 20, 19, 19 seconds left.
Well, and that'll do it because then they can come out, take a knee on it, and 25 seconds would go back on the clock on 4th down, and they'll be able to run it out.
We'll wait and see. The ball is spotted at the 25 of Sioux Center as the Lions call timeout.
I think the officials are talking about putting some more time on the clock. I think there should probably be about 22 seconds left on the clock.
The official will call up to the press box here. Oh, they're going to call a delay of game on the Lions.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so the call is going to be a delay of game on Central Lion George Little Rock.
But I think what you came by, if you get a delay of game, the clock should start without even having to snap the ball.
Either way, there's 19 seconds left on the clock. All right, so they're going to reset the game clock now.
They're going to put 24 seconds on, which, like you said, it is null and void. We're going to take a knee on it, and it won't even matter. And the Lions are going to escape here with a win, and they've got their hopes still alive of a positive record.
3rd down, Nagel under center. He'll take the knee. And that should do it for this one here tonight as the clock will run 14-7. Boy, it was a battle.
It was ugly.
It was ugly. It was a battle, but the Lions come out on top, and they have improved to 4-4 on the season, 3-1 in District 1 play. So the Lions now in sole possession of that district runner-up position, a final road trip to Sheldon to close out the regular season, and obviously still in play for a potential playoff berth with the RPI, but of course that matters so much on other teams and other results around the state that you can't worry about that right now. Bottom line is you took care of what you needed to take care of, and that was winning this ball game here tonight.
Well, and we knew that it was going to be a tough game, Jay. We knew it was going to be a battle all the way through. Sioux Center always brings their very best when we have to play each other, and it was everything we expected out of these two guys. And like I said, you would have liked to seen a little bit cleaner game, not so many penalties out there, and maybe a little bit crisper on the offensive side of the ball. But, both teams can say the exact same thing, and what a battle going down to it. And it all comes down to a 4th and inches and a naked bootleg call to seal the deal for the Lions.
Yeah, and you could tell these teams are whipped. Sioux Center walking off the field, doing the best they can to walk off the field. The Lions with a little more pep in their step coming away with a win, but you can tell that both of these teams, they gutted it out here tonight. That was a physical ball game.
Yeah, and well-deserved win for the Lions out there. They did everything they had to, and, a couple mistakes here and there really cost them out there terribly. And, that's something that the coaches will look at. They'll be happy with the win, but they'll definitely be able to go into the tape room and look at the different things that we did and we'll hopefully be able to be better for it next week come against Sheldon.
14-7, the win here tonight. Central Lyon George Little Rock over Sioux Center in District 1 Class 2A play. All the scoring in the first half here tonight, a defensive second half, and a 14-7 win for the Lions. Lions now improve to 4-4 on the season, 3-1 in district play, and a road trip to Sheldon coming up next week to close out the regular season for the Lions.
Yeah, and anytime you go on the road in District 1 play, you got to expect the very best. Going into Sheldon, they're obviously sitting in there. They picked up a win over Okoboji tonight. If they can get a win over top of us, they could move themselves into the district runner-up spot instead of us. So they've got something to play for and playing in front of their home field. And so we're going to have to bring our A game. And last couple weeks, we haven't looked the sharpest out there, and hopefully we can put it together for the final game of the season.
And, Joel, when you talk about the Sheldon Orbs, of course, you talk about a classic District 1 opponent, a team you're familiar with, a team where you know what they're going to do, they know what you're going to do, and much like Sioux Center, it's just going to be gutted out on the field down in the trenches.
Yeah, you can absolutely expect to see that 4-4 defense coming from Sheldon. You know that's what they're going to come with you, and they're going to bring it at you. The one thing we got to think about is with a 4-4 defense, if you block it well, there are opportunities for big plays, especially the way we run the ball. If we can get out there and block it, our running backs can find a lot of room to run. We've had a lot of success running the football over there against Sheldon throughout the years. And defensively, you can't say a whole lot more than what our defense keeps putting up. Week after week, our defense just comes to play. And they're set up ready to go, and they're putting it on their shoulders. And even when the offense has their off nights, the defense is coming ready to play. And that's something to ride on throughout this next game.
Well, the Lions seniors will pose in the end zone in front of the scoreboard for a picture going out with a win on your home field in your final game of your high school career. That's always special as well.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get that win and you get to take that senior picture out there in front of the scoreboard with you on top of your opponent, that's special memories out there for this group of seniors, and great for those kids to do it. I just really hope for those kids out there that are out there in that end zone right now, it would be a great feather in their cap if they can get the win next week against Sheldon and have a winning record. That would be a big momentum and a great memory and a great finish for this squad.
Third win in a row for the Lions. Now 4-4 on the season and 3-1 in district play. Heading to Sheldon next Friday night, and of course we'll have live coverage right here. Before we go, one more time, the Mass Band Show. Just a reminder, you can catch the Mass Band Show in its entirety. It will be uploaded to our YouTube page, so just keep clicking on the YouTube page as soon as we can. We'll get that Mass Band Show in its entirety uploaded to our YouTube page, and you can watch it there. That will do it for our coverage tonight. Once again, the Lions victorious in their final game on Dick Null Field for the 2018 season, 14-7 over the Sioux Center Warriors. Next Friday night on the road in Sheldon to take on the Orbs. For Joel Viss, I'm Jay Kelly. Good night, everybody.